Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Athens Ford Arena. Kendall Grayson with you as always. This is Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Looking forward to this matchup between these two Continental Division teams. Last night, it was a tough result for Twin City, a 4-0 road shutout that they suffered to the hands of the Rock Lobsters and netminder Carter McPhail, who put up a really good effort in last night's game, the 4-0 final. And we'll see if Twin City can not only get on the board tonight, but of course win the hockey game here behind enemy lines. After tonight's game, 5 of the next 6 will be played on home ice, so we're looking forward to returning to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena beginning on Friday night, 7:35, the time of the puck drop between the Thunderbirds and the Columbus River Dragons. You can get your tickets right now online at WSFairgroundsArena.com, Ticketmaster.com. You can also dial up the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena box office during box office hours at 336-727-2236. And we hope to see you next weekend. Friday night is college night with discounted tickets available beginning at $15 plus fees, and then also discounted tickets available for the following night on Saturday, as it will be Veterans Night, so veterans can take advantage of that ticket special. That's what we have coming up next weekend, but first we have this road game this evening, and we'll see what the Thunderbirds can do in terms of offense, and then progressing through the game, putting together a full 60 minutes. That's what it will take to get the job done tonight against the top team in the division, the Rock Lobsters, who have not lost. They are 5-0. Last night's game, a goal in the first period from Carter Shinkarik at 7:32. A goal also in the first period at 8:19 from Garrett Milan. So they score back-to-back in the opening 20 minutes of play, and they add one in the final minute. Case and Gallant at 19:12 of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. So it was 3-0 after one. The second period only goal is scored in the final minute of regulation time up for the second period, and it was Gleb Van Durken who made it 4-0. Thunderbirds were outshot 11-6 in the first period. They outshot the Rock Lobsters, though, 10-9 in the second period, 13-6 in the third period, and a three-period total of 29-26. But unfortunately, the Thunderbirds do not score, and they drop the game. First time that Twin City has been shut out to a divisional opponent since last year. It was nearly a year, November the 9th, 2024. The last time it happened, and it was to this Rock Lobsters group. But scoring leaders entering tonight's game, Gus Ford still leading the team with 6 goals on the year. Zach White with 3, and Jan Salak, who will not play again tonight, unfortunately dealing with an injury, with 2 goals on the season. So those are the Thunderbirds players who have scored multiple times this season so far. If you're watching on the video stream, we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for joining us. You will see about 11.5 minutes before we are set to get ready. Thunderbirds head coach Steve Harrison has made his way to the visitors bench, which is the closest bench to my location. I am stationed in the corner of Athens Ford Arena, up high in section 205. It's a really good view up here. And so I see the game from my near side corner all the way away from me. If you're watching online, you will see the Thunderbirds moving left to right in the upcoming Pine Tree Tavern first period. But as you see at the top of your screen as well, it's a 1-4 record for this group, and the Rock Lobsters are perfect so far at 5-0. And so speaking of the league standings and the records for the teams, we'll take a look at the standings now as it looks, and it is Athens at the top in the Continental Division. 15 points on the board already. You have 3 points for a regulation win in the FPHL. They have 5 of them, including their last 2 wins over the Twin City Thunderbirds. Last night's final, a score of 4-0. We see the PD Ice Cats with 13 points in second place in the division. Monroe with 12. And they're in third. And then it's a pretty heavy drop-off, 7-point drop-off back to 5 points for the River Dragons. Now, Columbus entered last night as the last place team in the division, and with a win, they were able to work their way up to 4th as they jump several teams. The Biloxi Breakers in 5th place with 3 points, Baton Rouge with 3, and of course the Thunderbirds also with 3 points with 1 regulation win on the year. On the other side, the Empire Division, Binghamton is well out in front with a great start to the season. They have 20 points. Second place, Port Huron with 15. Topeka with 12. They are in third in the Empire Division. Blue Ridge has 9. Danbury with 6. Watertown with 4. And Indiana, as I mentioned last night, still the only team in the league that has not won a game, and that remains true entering tonight's game, as they lost last night with Topeka, and so they still have no points on the board in the league standings. But we thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to this game as we do each and every night, and hopefully, as we've been talking about the Thunderbirds and bringing you the moments of their early season play, hopefully it's a different result. I thought there were positives last night for sure. The team got off to a start that they didn't want on the scoreboard in the first period, but after that their play was able to turn around a bit. We see that in the shots on goal counter as they were able to outshoot Athens in the second and the third period, and overall I thought the intensity was there at times last night. We saw Jacob Schnapp back in the lineup blocking shots and wreaking havoc and playing a really good hockey game. Boris Babic, obviously there's 4 behind him, but there were some breakdowns. There were some transition goals that led to those scoring plays. I think back to the one that was right here in the zone that I'm stationed in that was in between the circles. No one was out in front of the net, and it's certainly hard for a goaltender to deal with that. But I think he made some flashy, really good saves throughout the contest and tried his best and gave a really good effort. But unfortunately, when there's nothing on the board in front of him and the team's not scoring, not a great thing. The officials are queued up and ready to join the festivities here as they're still waiting on the ice resurfacing machine to finish its last pass. It is now going from the defensive zone way to my right, crossing right to left, and when it's done, we will see the officials step onto the ice, and of course the two teams. We will have the national anthem that is presented by American Elevator Company, the Pine Tree Tavern first period, the Geico of Winston-Salem starting lineups. So all of that coming up as we are moments away from puck drop tonight. It is a 7:05 advertised start time, so just a few more minutes to go. As we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and let everyone know what's going on around the FPHL tonight, as we do each and every night here on the broadcast, we already have one game underway with an early start time on this Saturday, and that's Binghamton at Port Huron. That game is tied 1-1 in the first period. Later on tonight, it will be Watertown at Danbury, Blue Ridge on the road to play PD, Indiana on the road to take on Topeka, Monroe with a road game against Biloxi, and Baton Rouge will host the Columbus River Dragons this evening. The River Dragons come to town next weekend for the first time this season. Back-to-back games, 7:35 on Friday night, 6:05 on Saturday night, and we hope to see you there. The officials step out now. And so as they go out to make sure the surface is up to standards and ready to go, which of course it is, we see the coaching staff on the other side making their way out to the bench. Coach Harrison has been out there for a while for the Thunderbirds, and they now hit the ice. So Twin City hits the ice to my left, and they are let out by netminder Dyson Skinner. And so it will be Skinner, the goaltender this evening. It was Boris Babic last night. We also expect to see a swap on the other side. We expect to see William Laviere, who put together a really good game a week ago against the Thunderbirds here in this building back on Saturday night of last week. And we expect him to be the starting netminder this evening. Well, we will wait for official confirmation. Dyson Skinner doing his stretches. Montana native, 6'1", 190. And so far this season, the one loss as he dropped a game a couple of weekends ago. But a career record of 2-1 in the FPHL. Talented netminder and certainly capable of what he will face tonight on the road as this team plays behind enemy lines. So we await the entrance of the Rock Lobsters as they roll the intro video on the video board at center ice that is high above the Rock Lobsters logo in the neutral zone. But for the Thunderbirds, we can now give you the Geico starting lineup. So it's the Geico of Winston-Salem starting lineup as they present our starting lineup each and every night here on the broadcast and in the building for the home games. And it's the Geico of Winston-Salem starting lineup. Here it is. So it's Dyson Skinner who will start the game in goal. At forward, no surprise, it'll be the top line of Gus Ford, Roman Kramer, and Zach White to go out there first. And on defense, Cade Hanley and James Farmer will complete the Geico starting lineup this evening for the Thunderbirds. Almost ready to go here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Rock Lobsters take the ice in the red sweaters just like last night. Thunderbirds with the primarily white set. And as they did last night in the first period, they will skate left to right. They're announcing the starters now for Athens. Jordan Rosenbaum. And Matt Garcia. They will start the game on defense. Then we will hear the forward lineup for Athens, and then finally the goaltender. Chris Mott will start the game. Philip Virgili. Casing a lot. And the goaltender, the last to hit the ice. And it is William Laviere. So as we expected, the goaltenders have swapped on each side. It's Dyson Skinner for the Thunderbirds, William Laviere for the Rock Lobsters. So in just a few moments, we will have the national anthem, which is presented to us each and every night by American Elevator before we get going for the first period. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Kendall Grayson with you as always. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey behind enemy lines for the third game in a row here at Aikens Ford Arena. It's game number 6 of the regular season for the Thunderbirds. They are in search of win number 2. And if they could get it done, it would be the first road win of the season. Twin City will return home next weekend, back-to-back games, and in fact, they'll play 5 of the next 6 after tonight on home ice. They've got the road game tonight. And let's see what happens. Hoping for a different result, no doubt about it. Dyson Skinner to my left, all the way down the ice, William Laviere for the Rock Lobsters. Thank you for making Twin City Thunderbirds hockey part of your evening, part of your weekend. Here we go. And the opening face-off, and tonight's game is underway. Sit back and enjoy it. It's Hanley who plays immediately from the defensive end, out towards the red line at center, and then rolling down the ice, controlled by James Farmer. Farmer looking to lift it out towards the neutral zone, and the Thunderbirds will play it from there. Here's Farmer, far side of the building, centering it back, looking for a friendly bounce to Roman Kramer. Instead, it's picked off, and it's transition hockey. Here come the Rock Lobsters, and they try to center it there in on Skinner. He was ready. Doesn't make it to him, and he watches as it's played high in the zone. Now he's drifting back. He flips his head to the near side, looking to his right. That's where the play is for now. Picked off, though, by Gus Ford. He kicked it around and could not control it to play in front, so it's Gallant to play back out towards the center ice logo. And with 19:10 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period, it's lifted in from center ice, and it's held on to by William Laviere. So we have 19:07 left to go in our opening frame. It's the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Face off to the logo, to the circle rather, to my right. And Nate Keeley, Alberta native, 6th game of the season for him. He'll take it. And look to go right back behind him. And try to get it over to Pastuca. They'll fight for it now along the near side boards. Opening period here in Athens tonight. 1 minute gone by in it. Here come the Rock Lobsters. Turned the other way, though, by Pastuca. As Twin City goes searching for it. Just along the blue line. And taken away. Here's Michael Mania to play it for the first time tonight. Goes up the far side. Knocked onside by Nate Keeley. So Keeley plays it ahead. Pastuca tried to use some deception there, tapping the stick and looking to fool Carter Shinkarik. Couldn't do it, though, but the good guys have it. Here we go. Pastuca was calling for it in the high slot, and he retreats and looks to go to the neutral zone as Athens plays along. Here's Schnapp. Across it goes, and nearly too many men on the ice, but Twin City will get away with it. It's Luke Dobles. Dobles holding on to it, snaps it out towards center ice, played by the captain, John Butita. Along the center ice red line, now it's onside for Athens, taken aside and flipped ahead by Don Carter. Jacob Schnapp tries to take it away from Eric Neely, and the play is out to center. Grabbed and played ahead by Jack Johansson. Right back the other way for the Rock Lobsters. 2 minutes gone by. In our Pine Tree Tavern first period, we are scoreless. And so far, looks like shots on goal favoring the visitors. 1-0. Pulled back into the defensive end of Athens. That's to our right if you're watching on the video stream. Out to center. And played back ahead. Back and forth they go, way across the ice. Johansson goes further in the zone with it. Gave a pass, and finally they start to motor their way in from center ice. Rock Lobsters, they'll lift in on goal, and Skinner has it, and Skinner wants to stop play, and he does. So we have 17:27 left to go in our opening period, the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Defensive zone face-off now. Gus Ford will match up against Gleb Van Durken. They look at each other and now look at the linesman who throws it down. A one-timer right off the face-off. Goes screaming wide. It was way high. Never threatened Dyson Skinner. He goes off the glass and we keep playing on. Nate Hanley tries to find it. Rock Lobsters two with their look out. Another shot off a deflection this time. It goes up, and this time a different result. Still high, but this time it's even higher off the deflection, and it's out of play. So it's a puck out of play with 17:13 left to go in our opening period. They do give Athens one shot on net. Shots on goal early. Now even at 1-1. Thunderbirds in the loss last night, falling to 0-2 on the year in this head-to-head season series. Face off with Nate Keeley chopping at it. Went down and tried to play it from his knees across the ice. There's a pin play from Sleggers. Goes free to Don Carter Jr. Out to Michael Mania, 2-on-2 with Pastuca. They'll cross over the blue line. Pastuca in search of it. And then right back taken aside by the Rock Lobsters, flipping it to the neutral zone. 16:52 to play in period one. Bumped along, here we go, it's Mania. Good guys onside with it. Mania through a screen, he fires and it hits the netminder William Laviere. And that was through the legs of Michael Greco. Twin City has it onside. Gus Ford, he's open, waiting, firing. No, he lost the handle. It does make its way to the netminder Laviere, who kicked it out there. But Ford was looking to do more than just that. He sort of lost the handle on it. It just slid its way slowly towards the pad. So we will regroup here with Athens flipping it forward at center. Here they come on a rush. No shot yet. They look to move it around the big frame of Josh Slegger. Zach White out there looking to take it aside. Bouncing around. And a one-timer is blocked. Still onside, though, for Athens. Here they go, Garrett Milan. And taken away by his number 10 counterpart in the game, Gus Ford. Up to Zach White. White holding on to it. They're onside, and the pass goes away from Roman Kramer. So now it's the transition game as Athens will get back to it, but they are forced to regroup and pull it back to center. It's picked off from there. Hanley gave the pass from Kramer to Ford off the backhand and on goal, and a save made by William Laviere. All right, so shots on net early on here. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Thunderbirds. I think at least in the opening few minutes of this game, it appears to be a little bit better of a start than what Twin City saw last night. Of course, they want to cash in on the opportunities and put a goal on the board. Well, we've seen some play on the far side of the building, and that's a good sign. It's out to center, though, following this faceoff one-on-one. Rock Lobsters onside. They fire a quick one, and Skinner makes a glove save, squeezes it, keeps it, and brings us to a stoppage. So a faceoff will follow after that save was made by number 31, Dyson Skinner. Athens' second shot of the night officially. And from the faceoff, we're back. Long shot there. It was blocked, though. And it'll be chased down by the Thunderbirds. They want to get there first, but Athens is there. And so the Rock Lobsters now to it. They'll look to move it from the defensive zone. Shut down to the blue line. And then played ahead. Good check there from Jacob Schnapp. Down the ice. Trying to find it will be Dion Demke in the corner. Goes all the way around the boards and picked up again by the Rock Lobsters. They look to advance. They're in the red sweaters, moving right to left. Cade Hanley tied up, tries to find it here. He goes down, look out. They'll look to center it, they do, and a shot block from Dion Demke. He was on the ice and kept that one out of the direction of Dyson Skinner. Here's Mack with it, though. Looks to turn and fire, and he does, and it's just through the crease. It goes free on the other side. Athens on the attack. Look out, could be trouble. Another shot goes off the glass. They continue with it. 14:35 to play in the first period. We are scoreless. Rock Lobsters want to change that. But at least for now, the Thunderbirds able to survive. Played in from center, goes off the twig of James Farmer. And then from the backhand of the goal stick of Dyson Skinner, nearly gave it away, and now Athens has it. They'll miss the pass on the far side, though, and played ahead. Chance from the middle, near side shot, far side shot rather, and Skinner makes a nice save. Up high they go at Shinkarik. He'll throw it down low to Croucher. Good anticipation from Keeley. Off the glass and chipped out to the neutral zone. So continuous action right now. We play on here at Aikens Ford Arena. Good check there by Keeley. Wanted to shut down the advance of the blue line. And that was Carter Shinkarik that was looking to break it onside. Hanley, he flips it out, and Gus Ford was behind everyone. If that had landed, it would have been a clean break for Ford. I think Hanley was certainly thinking about it, but his main mission there was just to lift it down the ice. He was outmanned 1-on-2 between the circles, and he had to get to it first and then play it. That's exactly what happened. So it's Kramer as he now moves to Ford and then eventually on to Carter. Don Carter up the left wing, steps onside, top of the circle, and a good shot, but it's answered by William Laviere. They'll have another drive here. They go back behind the net looking for a centering play. There it is, they score! It's 1-0. Thunderbirds take the lead here on the road. A patient play in the offensive end turns into a goal, and it's Roman Kramer and his first of the season. So Kramer has made it 1-0 here behind enemy lines, 13:18 remaining in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. 44th career goal in the FPHL, first of the season I mentioned last night he had done everything but scored so far this year. He had 5 assists on the year entering tonight's game. He waits out that play, took it behind the goal, and it's 1-0 for the good guys here on the road. And there's the answer, a much different start to this game compared to last night. A big hit at center ice from Jacob Schnapp and taken away by the Thunderbirds. They look to advance it out to center. 7 minutes now gone by in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. We thank you for joining us on tonight's broadcast. Athens looking to tie it though. They'll hold on to it. Gallant gives the pass, and down in the corner he goes. It's actually along the half wall as the advance was stopped from there. One-timer up high, look out here. Skinner's got it, but he gave up a rebound. He doesn't know where it is, and they will give him the whistle. And the Rock Lobsters will not be happy about that. You can hear the fans and what they have to think about it, and we've got a disagreement following that save and a flurry in front of Skinner. This should take us to the media timeout. They've not given that signal just yet, and now I think we will step aside for the opening media timeout of tonight's game. But it's Roman Kramer and the Thunderbirds on the board first. It's 1-0. We'll be right back.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Two pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS 5 off. Cotton & Crate, two pillows, endless possibilities.
Roman Kramer has made it 1-0. Thunderbirds lead here on the road. As we return from the opening media timeout of the night, shots on goal are even at 5-5. The score isn't though, as Twin City has taken the lead. Face-off that follows the media timeout as we return, and the Rock Lobsters win it, and Ford nearly had it out to center. It's kicked legally there by Farmer. Right to the tape of Gus Ford, and he moves it to Zach White. Here's Ford taking a peek, wanted to fire, then he does on the secondary look, as he wanted to shoot it initially, and it's turned aside by Laviere. So that goes away from him. Rock Lobsters onside, look out, in front they go with it, and Skinner trying to find it, he does, and we'll have a stoppage. Well, that first opportunity for Athens went by Skinner, but it went back behind the net, bounced lively off the end wall. And then the Thunderbirds able to see Skinner cover it up. And that brings us to a stoppage here with 12:13 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Out-of-town scoreboard report. Binghamton and Port Huron still 1-1. Danbury has taken a 2-0 lead on home ice over Watertown. 12:07 to play here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Out from center ice, flipped ahead by Gus Ford. He's out there, top line with Zach White and Roman Kramer. They look to find it. Kramer chops it towards the corner. It's blocked though, and Athens will find it. They'll drag it out through center ice. Step on side with it. Look out, a chance here. They shoot one, they tip it in. Tie game. And so the Rock Lobsters in transition. They move it down the rink. And they're able to tip it just by Dyson Skinner. So we got 2 goals now in the Pine Tree Tavern first period, 1 for each team. We see on the replay, if you're watching on the video stream, that cross-ice feed once they got on side with it. And the initial shot, I think it was intended to be a shot, was going well wide of the net. But they're able to get a tip. And around the pads of Skinner it goes. So just like that, it's back to a tie. We play on with the Thunderbirds looking for it now in the defensive zone. We'll see if they can find it. Keeley has it. And back behind the net of Dyson Skinner. So it's a 1-1 game. It was Roman Kramer, first of the year at 6:42. Assisted by Don Carter and Gus Ford. And at 8:11, Gary Milan answers from Eric Neely and Joe Mack. Kate Hanley off the glass, in from the neutral zone, flips it ahead. Twin City will get to it briefly there with Dion Demke. Out towards center, no, it's first play by Farmer. Nicely done. Demke loads up, shoots one wide of the net. That was a heavy shot, and it goes wide, takes a jump off the end wall, and the Rock Lobsters will move it down the rink. Falling down was Farmer. It's free, and they'll shoot one wide of the goal this time. That was from Luke Croucher. 4 goals on the year entering the weekend in his first season. Michael Mania will take it also in his first year. He carries over the blue line, then threw it in the corner. And Twin City making some changes up high. 10.5 to play in our Pine Tree Tavern first period. Along the logo at center, flipped ahead, and then trying to find it will be Luke Dobles, New York native. He's crunched back behind the net, and looks like something actually fell on the ice there behind Skinner. And he won't stop the game, though. I think maybe the top piece of the glass or something is laying back behind him. So almost halfway gone by in the opening frame. We have 10:04 left to go, and Athens is in here. They center one, and played by Butita. Butita in from center ice, and that's taken care of by William Laviere. Never a bad idea just to throw it on goal, and this will take us to our media timeout. So Roman Kramer on the board to make it 1-0, but then Athens answers back, and we have a tie game, 1-1.
Best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwynn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwynn Services. One call does it all.
Every car gets warning lights, but did you know the color actually means something too? Red indicates an issue that requires immediate attention. Orange indicates a less urgent issue, like a vehicle service requirement. Blue and green give you information on lights and indicators. The more you know with Flow.
As we return from the media timeout, 1-1 the score, 9:53 left to go in our Pine Tree Tavern first period. Twin City is out shooting Athens 7-6. Offensive zone face-off on the way to the right circle. Gus Ford readies. It hits the ice. Roman Kramer bumps it up top. Zimmerman loads up, fires one. It's blocked, though, and it's up and out of play off the deflection. So now we have 9:48 left to go in period number 1. And from the face-off, it's down and around the boards, looking to move it out to center, the Rock Lobsters. Good pressure, though, by Twin City, and there's the result of the pressure. Bobbled puck and nearly a turnover. Now they do have it. So the Thunderbirds look to advance. Higher in the zone. Zimmerman called for it. They threw it towards the net anyway. Then Ford looks to chop it towards the goal, and he does, but it's way high in the air and falls back down. And now we've got a call here from the defensive zone of the Rock Lobsters. And it looks like it'll be a penalty to Athens. All right, so the first time tonight we will see a power play for either team. is Philip Virgili, who takes a seat in the box. So let's see the power play. Can give the good guys the lead here on the road. Tie game at 1. They possess it from the face-off. Kramer gives the pass. And White threw it in front of the goal, and this takes a lively bounce all the way out to center. Kramer feeling the pressure, gave the pass to Ford as the power play is well underway. Kramer steps back on side with it. Roman Kramer shooting one, and this is up and out. And so with 8:58 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period, we have 96 seconds left to go on this Thunderbirds power play. Twin City 2 for 5. That's around 8% on the power play this year. And from the face-off, they will look to play it, but the Rock Lobsters find it first, and way down the rink it goes on the clear. So controlled by Gus Ford. He leads the team in scoring. He has 6 on the season. Rips it across the ice to Roman Kramer. Good deceptive move there along the blue line. And Athens finds it, and they'll clear. So it's down the rink, collected by the goaltender tonight, Dyson Skinner. He's got one behind him, but his teammates in front of him have put one on the board. Twin City misses a pass here from center, and this is going to go for icing. And other than giving up a shorthanded goal or taking a penalty in the offensive zone, that's one of the things that you don't ever want to see on a power play. Zach White to the circle. Career game number 59 tonight in the FPHL for him. And they'll swap out the centerman. Now we're back as White is able to win this one easily back behind him. So Gus Ford, once again the puck carrier here on the power play, as the Thunderbirds will put it onside, back behind the goal of William Laviere. Can they hold the zone? No, it will go away from Dion Demke. Down the rink it goes, collected by Skinner. Skinner right to the tape. Good tape-to-tape pass from the goaltender to find Demke. Steps over the logo, swings a pass to his right to Butita, gets it back, and he's got some pressure. He's held up there by Jack Johansson on the back check. Looking to take it aside for Athens here on the penalty kill. 22 seconds left on the first power play of the night for Twin City. They'll zip it around. They fire one there, cross crease, and can they hold the zone? No, it's to the neutral zone, and that'll just about do it here for the power play. Maybe one last push with Mania. Mania swings a pass, misses Butita, and it's onside, but Twin City does not have it. They look to hold the zone here with the big body of Don Carter, chipping it down low. Out of the box is Virgili, and we play 5-on-5 again. So 5-on-5 hockey with 7:13 remaining in our opening frame, the Pine Tree Tavern first period. But Twin City doing something they couldn't do last night the whole game already here in the first period. And that's, of course, getting on the board, scoring a goal, and they had the 1-0 lead. It's now 1-1. Skinner will kick one out, as that was a quick advancement down the wing by the Rock Lobsters. Roman Kramer, he looked to zip it out to Zach White. He caught the pass at center ice. It was in the air, and he sort of just had to settle it down and then put it onside. That's what he did with it. Rolling in on goal towards Skinner. He lets it go. Tries to direct traffic with a left glove catching hand there. Athens to it. Shot on the way. Skinner's got it. And no further play with 6:33 left to go in our opening frame. Shots on goal here in the arena now showing to us is 8-7, favoring the Thunderbirds. Twin City outshot Athens 29-26 last night. Outtown scoreboard report. Danbury now 3-0 the lead against Watertown, and 1-1 still with Binghamton in their matchup. We're back. See if Thunderbirds can find it, but off a turnover. This goes off the glass with a shot, then found by Butita. Wanted to push the play and could not do it. Trying to find Noah Hippolyte along the center ice red line. So they had to retreat on that play. They stay in the zone. Now Butita look to do it again. This time Hippolyte does play the puck. And along the red line it goes. Back on side. No, they'll turn it away. Here goes Noah Hippolyte. He's got some speed up the wing. Maybe a 2-on-1 with Schnapp. Shooting it. It's free in front and grabbed and played by Athens. Now they look to push the play down the ice. And collect it along the blue line. They'll hold the zone for now. Tie game at 1. Rock Lobsters trying to take the lead here on home ice. Near side, they'll wait. Here's Shinkaret, goes across with a pass. No shot yet. They'll hold on to it. Now they try to find the sharp angle with Rosenbaum and hit the outside of the goalpost. Controlled by Noah Hippolyte Smith. He's pushed along the boards. And they'll stand there for now. 4-man scrum with some interested onlookers. And finally the puck goes free and it's out to center ice. We have 5:15 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. And we're in a 1-1 tie. Twin City playing behind enemy lines on the road once again tonight. Athens has it in the corner, circling around as Joe Mack. They'll swing it up top. Now Rosenbaum has it, loads up, shoots one wide of the net, looking for a lively rebound. They got it. It's in on Skinner. He makes a save. Still free though. Athens has it. They work it around the zone. In front, they got the tip, and that's how they scored the first time. This time it does not work out though. Well, you could see them setting that up. That's what they wanted to do there. They'll try it again, a one-timer, and that's shut down. The good guys have it again, 3-on-2 maybe if they hustle. Pastuca gave to Michael Mania. Now Mania is the only one out there in the zone as teammates are changing back behind him. Now you see on the screen the zone fills up with Thunderbird sweaters and the white, black, and red on the road. Onside Milan tries to go across. He had a wide open play, and the Thunderbirds get that to the possession of Skinner, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. This will be the final one of our Pine Tree Tavern first period. We'll step aside and be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. Thanks for joining us. We're in a 1-1 tie here in the first period.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids.
Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Four minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Kendall Grayson with you as always on the road tonight here in Athens for the third consecutive game. As Twin City was here last weekend to finish off the weekend, had the home game against Blue Ridge, and then made the trip to Aikens Ford Arena, then right back here this weekend. The loss here last night, and the Thunderbirds looking for a different result this evening. Tie game, 1-1. Zach White tripped, and there's the call. That's the right one to make. And the Thunderbirds will go back to the power play. So one opportunity, 0 for 1 so far early on tonight on the 5-on-4 man advantage. Tripping has been called. And a 2-minute penalty up on the board. And so this is Jack Johansson, who's guilty of the infraction. And let's see if the power play can give the Thunderbirds the lead. Zach White in the face-off circle, and the 5-on-4 is underway. It's found first, though, by Athens. They'll have room to clear, and they will. So it's driven way down the ice on the clearing attempt, found by Gus Ford in the defensive zone. He goes indirectly off the boards to get it to Roman Kramer. Kramer has the Thunderbirds' goal here in the first period. Onside of Jacob Schnapp, goes in front, and then it's scooped up by William Laviere, the netminder. And so that brings us to another stoppage. But it'll be an offensive zone face-off here for Twin City on the power play. Zach White, once again the centerman, and away it goes. And once again, same result, unfortunately, for the Thunderbirds. It's found in that same far side corner, and Eric Neely will get to it, and he will move it down the rink. And so as he clears it, and that forces the Thunderbirds to have to go back and find it, and they do. They bring it back on site here on the power play. And holding on to it is White, gives the pass to Ford. Long shot, and it's gloved up by goaltender William Laviere. He was in goal a week ago when the Rock Lobsters began their season on home ice, the home opener last weekend, with a win over Twin City. It was his teammate Carter McPhail that put up a shutout last night, a really good effort. And they go to Laviere this evening. Goaltending change also for Twin City, as it was Boris Babick last night, Tyson Skinner this evening. And once again, we'll have a little stoppage on the face-off proceedings. And now we're back to playing hockey. Once again, though, similar result. Goes to that far side corner from the face-off win from Athens. And that's the third time we've now seen that on the penalty kill effort from the Rock Lobsters. Halfway gone on the power play for the visitors. Here's Gus Ford, steps over the line, gives a pass to Jacob Schnapp, back behind the cage, goes off the back of the goal, and Athens is able to find it and clear it. This time it goes straight to Dyson Skinner, and he wants to move quickly as he finds Roman Kramer on the pass. Kramer, long pass up to White, who puts it onside in the corner for John Butita on the power play. Down low they go. Back behind the net, no centering attempt. Instead, they go up high with it way across the zone. Eventually makes its way to Kramer. Slides it down, and Butita wanted to go quickly with a pass, but it was blocked. And so it's out to center and then eventually found in the Thunderbirds' defensive zone. Zach White held up as he looks to use his speed, and he drew that penalty. He gets knocked down after it looked like the stick got horizontal, and then they call this along the blue line. You can hear White all the way up here. He was not happy with that. I don't blame him. Gus Ford having words with the linesman. I think they called that an offside. I didn't see that. And now what do we have? I think they were just disallowing a change. Just 13 seconds left to go in this power play now. We're tied at 1 late in the opening period. Of course, last night the Thunderbirds gave up a goal in the final minute of the first period, gave up another one in the final minute of the second period. But they go to the attack here. Out of the box is Johansson, so it's a successful penalty kill for the Rock Lobsters. They make a quick swap as he goes tearing over to the bench. Onside for Athens, found though by Kate Hanley. Hanley looking to flip it out towards center, and he does. It goes back into Athens' defensive zone. Then they bring it up the ice quickly, under 2 to play in the period. And this is called back for offside. Look out, something went flying into the stands there. And so the offside call had already been made, and I think that was a puck that left and went up in the stands. We're back again, controlled by Matt Garcia. Goes across the rink on the pass. 1:43 to play in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Athens onside. A chance in front off the backhand. Goes well wide of Dyson Skinner. Stays onside though. As the home squad looks to dig it free, they do. They center, and it's played by Dion Demke. High pressure along the blue line as the Thunderbirds look to cause some problems here. And it's found by Josh Sleggers. He skates it along with 80 seconds left to go in the first period. Right back for the Rock Lobsters, though. Out towards the logo. Here they go. Onside, no shot. Good move to get it around Sleggers, though, and the shot goes well wide into the corner. Found by Gleb Banderkin. He's the puck carrier, holding on to it, looks for a friend to pass to. Meanwhile, pressure from Twin City, not out of the zone. They look to surge high in the zone on 2 different attempts there to take it away, and finally the third attempt will move it down the rink. Puck gets up on edge, and that helps out Twin City to move it down the ice, and they're able to make a change back behind the play now. Athens goes to retrieve it, and they'll shoot it into an open corner. Skinner looks on. I think maybe wanted to grab that, but he lets his teammate James Farmer play it instead. Out of midair, it's bumped out towards center ice. 33 seconds left to go in the period. A chance down low. Rock Lobsters, they center, and taken aside by Farmer. Not out of the zone, though. Another chance in front of the net, and this time the good guys will control it. Here we go, late in the period. Zach White finds Gus Ford, trying to get it back to him as he was open, and the pass was shut down. Still onside, though, and now it's out to center, and that will likely do it for the period. Well, you never know. 10 seconds left. Farmer patient with it. Skates it back into the defensive zone. They move it onside and controlled by Athens. One last rush. They'll flip it down the rink, and it was going to go for icing, but it goes for the period instead. All right, so the Pine Tree Tavern first period comes to a close. Shots on net officially favoring Twin City by 1 at 12-11. And the goal scored by Roman Kramer, his first of the season at 6:42 of the opening frame, assisted by Don Carter and Gus Ford. That put the Thunderbirds on the board with a 1-0 lead here on the road. But a quick answer from 6:42, a goal at 8:11 from Garrett Milan to tie the matchup. Eric Neely and Joe Mack assisting on the play. All right, so if you're joining us last night, it will be similar intermission programming. We will have a listen to an interview from the Coach Harry show that was live back on Tuesday at Dave & Buster's. We saw it on Thursday online. Part 1 of the interview will be in the first intermission break. We will then hear the second part in the second intermission break. But thanks everyone so much for tuning in tonight. This has been a really good battle here, and we'll step aside and take our break. But it is 1-1. Twin City on the road facing the top team in the division, the Rock Lobsters, trying to avoid 3 straight losses to this group and a much better start to the hockey game. 1-1 after the first.
Looking for more than a job? At Flow Automotive, we're building careers and futures. Whether you're starting in service, sales, or support, you're joining a team built on trust and driven by purpose. We invest in your growth with hands-on training, mentorship, and clear paths to advance. Every role matters, and every day you help deliver the Flow experience. Looking for something outside of the showroom? Our management services team is where creative, operational, and support professionals thrive. We provide care for the whole person with employee pricing, wellness programs, scholarship programs for children of employees, and comprehensive benefits that grow with you. Flow Automotive is guided by ethics, powered by people, and committed to your future. Start your journey with Flow Automotive. Your path starts here. Let's grow together.
April 21st, 2009. Dear Amy, today your life is going to change forever. At 5 p.m., almost 3 months premature. When a doctor tells you that your little baby has a brain bleed and part is whipped in the hospital, he won't. But he won't be alone. And doctors at Atrium Health are going to take care of you. A better place for him to be. But as time passes, you'll begin to understand this child is special. He'll fall in love with soccer, training to someday join the U.S. Paralympic team. This little boy is not only alive, he's thriving. And believe me when I say, everything is going to be okay. How do I know? Because I am you. 13 years later. Sincerely, Amy Wilotica.
What's your name and what do the boys call you?
Schnapp.
What's your name?
Morris.
What do the boys call you?
Baps.
What's your name?
Josh Slayers.
And what do the boys call you?
Slegs.
Right. What's your name?
Cade. Cade Hanley.
What do the boys call you?
Cater.
Cater. Awesome, thank you. All right. What's your name?
My name is Sergey.
What do the boys call you?
Serge.
What's your name?
Gus Ford.
What do the boys call you?
40.
What's your name?
Mikey.
What do the boys call you?
Mikey, or actually it's Maney, they've been calling me.
What's your name?
Nate. Keeley.
What do the boys call you?
Nate. Keeley.
What's your name?
Noah Hiplet.
What do the boys call you?
Hips.
What's your name?
Dion. Demke.
What do the boys call you?
Demmer.
It's easy. What's your name?
Luke Dobles.
What do the boys call you?
Dobes.
What's your name?
Adam Zimmerman.
And what do the boys call you?
Zimmer.
What's your name?
Steve Harrison.
What do the boys call you?
Harry. Or coach.
What's your name?
Dyson. Skinner.
What do the boys call you?
Skins. Joe Cangelosi.
What do the boys call you?
Joe.
What's your name and what do the boys call you?
My name's Roman Kramer.
What's your name and what do the boys call you?
Farmer. And also farmer.
Good job. What's your name?
John Butita.
What's your name?
John Butita.
What's your name?
John Butita.
What's your name?
Zach White.
What do the boys call you?
Whitey, idiot, Zach, Buddy, Guy, White. Probably Whitey is the most though.
What's your name and what do the boys call you?
What's my name? John, number 14, Batista. They call me Boots. 6'7".
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Two pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5 off. Cotton & Crate, two pillows, endless possibilities.
Coach, we'll get into these games certainly, and it's always fun to talk about hockey. Unfortunately, a couple of losses this weekend, but it was good to be back Friday night, another home crowd, and got to see people. And for me, I'm still pretty new, and I'm meeting a lot of folks, and it's always good to play games in that place. And then we hit the road on Saturday last weekend here.
Yeah, it was. I mean, to say it wasn't disappointing the weekend. I mean, when you lose two games in a row, it's I don't want to say earth-shattering. We have a lot of high hopes here, and the standard has been set here. In the last few years, the 2 years I've been here, we started off always pretty good, and the year before was pretty good, and so there's a standard there. And right now we're not playing where we should be playing, and we got some work to do. And the one thing I really like is I've looked at the tape. We've watched a lot of things in the last couple of days, and they're all correctables. Do we have to maybe make some changes? Yeah, maybe we have to, down the road here. But if you really look at the tape and you really look at a lot of things, we're really shooting ourselves in the foot a lot. And the one thing about this league this year, the teams are taking advantage of it, and I give them all the credit in the world. We, the last couple of years, teams made mistakes against us. We took advantage of those situations, and right now, I think we played 4 games now. I think 3 of the games we've given up 2 goals early on to get behind, and we're kind of chasing our tails. So a lot of it is our self-inflicted problems, and we had a pretty good heart-to-heart this morning on the ice, and pretty good practice. And I was really excited after practice today of how the guys worked, and it's the change in mentality for a lot of the guys here. I talk about when you play hockey, everybody plays hockey, but not everybody plays to win, and there's a difference. And when you realize that, and when you learn how to do that properly, you got good things going to happen. And the last couple of years here, we played to win all the time. And I know if you ask every hockey player or every football player or baseball player, well, we always play to win, but not everybody plays that way. And there's it's a mentality, and it's if you're not quite sure, sometimes it's hard to explain, but it's little things that you do to help out. And right now we're not there. And as I said today, I wanted to see where we were with other teams in the league. I'm excited about it. I think that if we lost 9-0 and I said, well, we can't compete, then I got to make a lot of changes. I'm not saying that we don't have to make some changes, but I think we're in the right direction. We have to change the mentality. People don't know this. My first year in Danville, I think I was 2-9-2, and the owner wanted, I think he wanted to fire me at that time, and he wanted to make all these changes. And I said, no, I like my team, but we got to learn how to win. We got to learn how to do things as a group. And every time it's a new year, especially this year, if you look at it, we got 9 new guys on the team, and it takes time for them to have the mentality that we've had the last couple of years. So there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for excitement. And as I said, but still disappointing this weekend. Whenever you lose 2 games, it's not the end of the world, but you have to evaluate yourself. And as I said, we're gonna get this ship going in the right direction.
And you mentioned some of the new guys needing, to get into that mentality. And I was going to ask you mentioned this, just a few moments ago here. Making mistakes early on in the season. Do you think that's maybe a little bit more expected right now this year because of the group that you have, and maybe the makeup of trending to sort of a younger team than perhaps you've had in the past years?
Well, no question. I mean, those situations happened. And if you look around the league, like, we've played some pretty good teams like PD and Athens and even Whitville. Like, a lot of those guys played at a higher level the last couple of years. So, every game is and I told the guys on the weekend, like, this weekend here, the games were probably the atmosphere early on as good a atmosphere as a playoff game, and that's a mentality that a lot of guys, there's certain guys, a couple guys on our team, I don't know if they've been in the playoffs. A guy like Whitey last year, he played 5-6 years a pro, never been in a playoff game. So there's a difference in a mentality that you have to work on, and you have to grow with it. As I said, we have to grow as a team, and I think we're like, we've made a couple changes today, and I think we're starting to, to get that little gel. I liked it. We were on the bus the other night coming back, and the guys were talking, and then, we had a good day yesterday doing some yoga, and I think the boys enjoyed that. But it's teams coming together, and that's what we're looking for.
So in the opening segment, we talked about just getting into the games this weekend. Now we'll dissect those games a little bit more specifically. So, Coach, we go out there on Friday night. It's a 5-1 home loss to Blue Ridge, and something that you just mentioned there in that last segment. It's a couple of goals, and it was in the first 8 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden your team's having to play from behind there, down 2-0.
Yeah, it's really hard to play from behind, and we're not. I know we've come from behind over the last couple of years and won some hockey games, but it's difficult to do it all the time. And as I said, probably in the first 4 games, I think we've been down 3 times, 2 goals right off the bat, and it's really hard to going uphill all the time. And I think a lot of times it's especially at home, it's kind of a kick in the head there. You go out there, you think you're ready. That's one of the problems too. We've got to make sure we're ready. But if you look at the mistakes we made, like we've made mistakes this year. I think we've given up 18 goals, I think, or 17 goals so far. And I think we've probably handed the teams probably 12 of them or 13 of them, and as I said, they've taken advantage of it. But we've just made some bad mistakes, especially early on, and we give them momentum. And I talk about momentum all the time. You love to have it. It takes a lot to get it, and it takes nothing to lose it. And as I said, I think we came out on Friday night and in a situation there where, you know, with the home crowd, I loved it seemed like a great atmosphere, and we gave them the momentum. I know people don't want to remember this, but last year in the finals there, you know, Binghamton comes in here and scores 2 goals early, and just kind of taking the wind out of our sails, and now we're going back uphill again. So that's a tough way to start games, and we're going to have to correct that. That's going to be something that we'll discuss this week, and it's a mentality, and again about being simple. Everybody wants to be they want to make that nice 90-foot pass. They want to make that that nice play. They want to try and stand up, and sometimes I've talked about it a lot the last couple of days about being simple. And sometimes less is more. And if you do that, I think everybody, I love the work ethic. And I even talked about that today. The work ethic is there, and I don't have any issue with that. But I told the guys this morning, I said, I get tired watching you. You work so hard and you run around, but just stand there. And the one defenseman today, he just stood there, and all of a sudden the guy came at him. And I said, see, you wanted to run all over the ice and do everything. I said, just stand there. And I said, when I played, I just stood there a lot of times, and they've got to come to you. So less is more, and as I said, especially early on in the game, get into the flow of the game and do it. But as I said, we made some mistakes to put ourselves behind the 8 ball.
And so you're down 2-0, but I think it must have been good for your group to see Gus Ford score that power play goal. You know, the first weekend of the season, 2 weekends ago, held off the board on the power play, but you get a couple this weekend, and we'll talk about that. But must have been nice to see that one go in from Gus there.
Well, we've had some good chances on the power play. We haven't scored. We've had some good chances. It's not been a great production situation, but we've had some momentum. We haven't really we gave up one shorthanded goal. I think we were pressing there a little bit too, but I think for the most part the power play has been we've got it's I always look at a power play. If you don't score, are you creating momentum? Are you creating something? You know, the other team is like, oh, geez, we can't get another power play against us. This team's really rolling, and it creates a buzz on the defense on the bench too. So the next line that does go out, they're excited and they bring some creativity there to the game there. So I think can it be better? No question. I'm not. The coaches, as we always say, is never happy. But we can be better doing that. But again, it's not something that's. I don't think it's the power play or the penalty killing right now that's hurting us. We've given up some goals and on the PK, and we've scored a couple goals on the power play. So I think it's our 5-on-5 play. That's where we're really lacking this year right now, and we're going to have to be improved.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
And welcome back live inside Aikens Ford Arena. Kendall Grayson with you as always for our first intermission break. We hope you enjoyed the interview there with Coach Harry from the Coach Harry Show. That will once again be live this week on location. It will be at Little Italy on Monday night at 7 o'clock, and if you're able, we hope that you will join us for that. So it's a 1-1 game here after one as each team has returned. They step on the ice now. And we're almost ready for the Flow second period. Shots on net, 12-11, favoring Twin City after one. The two teams will switch ends of the rink, and so now I'm up close to William Laviere, the netminder for the Rock Lobsters. I'm in the near side corner. If you're watching, it's the corner to your left. And high atop here in section 205, all the way down the ice now is netminder Dyson Skinner for the Thunderbirds. And I will see Twin City from my far side vantage point attacking towards my location here coming up in our Flow second period. Almost ready to go. Out-of-town scoreboard report. Here's what we have for you from scores from around the league. It's a 1-0 road lead for Blue Ridge over PD in the first period. 5-0 Danbury now on top of Watertown. Port Huron's taking the lead on Binghamton 2-1. And at 8:05 Eastern time, we will have the start times coming up for the rest of the games tonight. But we are underway for the Flow second period. Immediately pulled back into the defensive end of the Thunderbirds. Long shot here through traffic, and Skinner had to make a stick save, and he did. So it's down to the ice, out towards center, and nearly played here by Roman Kramer. Looking to take it away from Rosenbaum. No pressure, but the Rock Lobsters will move through the pressure. Step on side, trying to take the lead here in this middle period. Out to center. Good play there from Zach White to find it, and he looked to give a pass to Roman Kramer, who was breaking in front of the goal. Long shot here, and it goes redirecting into the corner. There's Kramer looking to finish a hit. Farmer plays from the neutral zone. Gets it up to White. Zach White over the line. And his drag move was shut down. 2-on-2 the wrong way. As it's over to Chris Mott as he got the pass from Jordan Rosenbaum. Eventually found here by Twin City in the defensive end. High in the air and up and out of play. So we have a puck out of play with 18:59 remaining in our Flow second period. Shots on goal now even, 12-12. Roman Kramer with his first goal of the year at 6:42 of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Garrett Milan answering at 8:11. So those are the goals to tell you about from the opening 20 minutes. Out to center from this face-off. It'll be fired onside by Carter Shinkarik, Langley, British Columbia native. Twin City found it back behind the net, then had to advance to the near side with Josh Leggers trying to play it out. It's easily blockered away by Dyson Skinner as he wants to keep the play moving along. Onside, and Twin City didn't have it. Rock Lobsters fired it right towards the linesman there in front of the bench, and thankfully no one got hurt on that chip play in front of the visitors' bench. Athens brings it onside. They'll hold on to it with Eric Neely. And down to the ice goes Neely. Fans wanted a call, and they'll get one, but I think it's a late call. I glanced up and didn't really see anything initially, but they will call this a penalty. 8:19 remaining in the second period. And so for the first time this evening, we will see Yuri Pastuka and the Thunderbirds in the box. And that means, of course, as well, that it's the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. Face-off won by the Rock Lobsters, holding on to it here on the power play, looking to take the lead. They go across the crease there, not really across the crease, but more through the slot, and it was blocked. Twin City was ready for it. We saw Athens score a couple times with a similar play in last night's game. That time they read it well and well prepared. Nearly taken away here shorthanded. Out towards the neutral zone, through the neutral zone it goes as they're onside on the power play. 17:53 remaining in the Flow second period. Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill on the ice for Twin City. 5-on-4 disadvantage on the manpower. And trying to find it will be Sleggers. They go off the backhand Looking for it with White. Found, though, down low. Cross crease pass, and once again, read well by Twin City. They find they clear only to the line. Not out of the zone. Second chance here, and down it goes. So 17:27 to play in the second period, and 1:07 remaining on the penalty kill. Nearly stolen away by Schnapp, and now he does have it shorthanded. Moves it across the zone. Was looking for help from Kramer and Farmer. Found by James Farmer, and then Roman Kramer. Kramer pulls it wisely back into the defensive end, and he'll wait. Slides a pass along, they'll load up, and once again, down it goes on the penalty kill. So Twin City clears it. Schnapp, once again aggressive, trying to take it aside. 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. It's a tie game, 1-1 here early on in the second period. Athens onside. They've not lost a game this season. 5-0. Long shot goes pinballing wide of the net. They'll look to find the rebound. They have it. No shot, though, to the point. Slap shot. That's blocked. And it falls down behind the goal line in the corner, and a penalty called. Another one against the Thunderbirds. This time it's James Farmer, who's guilty of the trip with 23 seconds remaining on the initial penalty. And so now that's going to create some problems for the Thunderbirds. It's going to be a 5-on-3. The three skaters will be Gus Ford, Cade Hanley, and Jacob Schnapp. Let's see what they can do with this. This will be a critical point in the game. Face-off victory for the Rock Lobsters. We're tied here in the second period. One-timer, they fan on it. They broke a stick, actually, there on the slap shot attempt from Gary Milan. He's looking to find a new one here off the bench, and he gets one. Rock Lobsters to it. Milan just standing there. Now he's got it in his hands. There's the tap of the stick. As Pastuca's ready to leave. Still onside, though. They go cross crease, and on goal it goes wide, just wide. And Pastuca's out of the box for playing 5-on-4. Another slap shot, and that was a missile, but it was drilled wide of the goal. It goes off the glass. Athens on the attack, almost taken away there by Gus Ford, and that would have been a one-on-no-one, except the goaltender. They go cross crease once more. You can see the Rock Lobsters really going to that, as they've made that work a few times in the last couple of nights. Going back to last weekend. It's out of the zone for now, though. Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. 15:50 left on the clock for the second period, the Flow second period. 1:05 remaining now in this conventional 5-on-4. Rock Lobsters keep it. They go into the corner with it. They turn, they fire, and Skinner shuts it down. Thunderbirds find it, and out it goes. Way down the rink. Played by the goaltender, William Lavalier. Goes back behind his goal and puts it right on a tee for Carter Shinkarik to then play. Holding it strong to the forehand, stick handling slow. Then they'll swing the pass up the wing, and they look to go with speed with Daniil Glukaryov. Across to the near side, then they step over the line. Glukaryov has it once again. He's open. He's got it. High in his own, Joey Koltarski. Back to Daniil Glukaryov. Beside the net now. Play down low. They center. Bouncing around. Can they find it? Not out. Still onside here for Athens. 20 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Cross crease again, and this time Skinner shut it down. Twin City finds it. Zach White crosses over the blue line. Short-handed bid here, and Lavalier struggled to control that one. It goes glancing off his glove. And that looked like a routine save, and that wasn't the case. But here come the Rock Lobsters, still in the power play. They chip it in front of the goal, and it goes wide of the net, looking for the redirect. Out of the box is Farmer. Twin City successful in the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. They kill this one off. And we play 5-on-5 again here in the Flow second period. What action on the road tonight, Aikens Ford Arena. Tie game 1-1. Athens with it again, though. They'll go way across the rink. No one there. Then chipped away and chipped forward by Matt Garcia. Into the corner. Found by Don Carter. He assisted on Roman Kramer's opening goal of the season back in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Long shot goes wide of the goal. Swatted at by White. Not out of the zone. Athens with heavy pressure. Skinner needs to calm things down, and he does here. He takes this moment to not only scoop it up, but settle it down and send us to a much-needed break. A lot of action going on, but it's the media timeout. 1-1 still the score. We'll be right back.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
.14:05 left to go in our Flow second period. Kendall Grayson with you as always, and thank you everyone for taking time out of your evening to join us on the broadcast. Always appreciate the support. And the next 5 out of 6 will be at home next weekend. Columbus comes to town, back-to-back games, Friday and Saturday. College night on Friday with a 7:35 start, and Veterans night on Saturday. Puck drops at 6:05. Offensive zone face-off for the Rock Lobsters, and with a flurry of activity as of late, they're now out shooting Twin City 17-14. But where it matters the most on the board, 1-1 the score. And face-off victory gets us going for the segment following the media timeout for Twin City. Chipped along the glass, out towards the neutral zone, way down the rink. And taking a look over the shoulders, Joey Coltarsi, Fort Myers, Florida native, trying to find it. Turnover, Gus Ford across they go. Kramer wanted the one-timer, waited, drops it back, and they'll fire in front, rebounds there, and they squeeze it wide of the goal in the second attempt from Josh Sleggers. Out to center. Here's Garrett Milan. Onside, no-look drop pass, trouble in front off the backhand, shut down by Skinner. It's still 3, 2-on-1 in from center ice. Here we go. Thunderbirds look to take the lead in the second period. White, open, near side, they fire one in on goal, and a save made by William LaViere. He denies Gus Ford. What action with 13-17 left to go in the period. Now a rush down the other way and covered up by Dyson Skinner. My goodness. Zach White and Gus Ford breaking down the ice on that 2-on-1 advancement. And if you could handpick 2 players to go down the rink on a 2-on-1, probably no better 2 to pick for Thunderbirds fans than that pair. And William LaViere is able to come away with it, make the save on the other side. Dyson Skinner had to make a save himself. This has been really good. Just a different feel than what we had in last night's game on Halloween night and that 4-0 final. We're back with the Rock Lobsters trying to search for it in the attacking area. Found though. And pulled up high in the zone. Greco shoots one, blocked by Jacob Schnapp. We saw him do that a few times in last night's game. Down behind the goal line. 12:52 to play in the Flow second period. A chance here for Athens. They turn, they shoot one. Good save made by Skinner. It falls down though, rolling free in front of the net. And bouncing around a couple of times. Still not out. They turn and fire one wide. It's another shot block there from Jacob Schnapp. Goes towards the corner, eventually down the rink, and could be a rush. Noah Hippolyt has found it. He's got it. Holding on to it at the side of the circle. He's forced away from possession as Jack Johansson is able to make the play on him. Hippolyt gets it back though. Across they go. And Kramer had his head up looking to fire it. It's sort of just stuck there to the ice, not moving, and out it goes all the way down into Twin Cities' defensive zone. So a lot going on as we near the halfway point in regulation time. 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from that here in the Flow second period. Back into the defensive end, Dion Demke. He will swipe it across the ice, and Don Carter is there to play it. Goes back behind the cage, collected and moved ahead. This time by Twin City, and Adam Zimmerman dropped down behind the goal line. Thunderbirds still playing catch here, looking to break the puck from the defensive zone. Across it goes. They miss the pass, though, and Athens will jump on it. They have it again. Philip Virgili down low. Virgili with 6 goals on the season, entering play this weekend. Roman Kramer from the backhand. He finds a friend behind the goal in Zimmerman. Heavy pressure, though, from Athens. Still not out of the zone. We're playing 5-on-5, and finally it looks like a chance for Twin City to move it out. And they may do more than that. Here comes Dion Demke. Takes a look to see who's with him. He will fire it, and it's up and out of play off the deflection. So 11 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in our Flow second period. 21 shots now on the board for Athens, and still 14 showing for the Thunderbirds. Offensive zone face-off on the way for Twin City. Tie game at 1. And leaning over the stick is Gus Ford, leaning over and chopping it back there on the backhand. Good win. Long shot on the way and gloved up by William Laviere. All right, so another quick stoppage here, and things will regroup. Out-of-town scoreboard report. PD now leading Blue Ridge 3-1. Danbury up 5-0 on Watertown in the second. 2-1 the lead for Port Huron over Binghamton second period. No score between Indiana and Topeka. And Biloxi with a 1-0 lead against Monroe on home ice. We're back. Thunderbirds find it here in the attacking territory. Here's Hanley. He was held up. Gets to the Schnapp. Here's Schnapp waiting in front of the goal. There he goes. Fires, and a save made by Laviere. It's high in the air as he denies Jacob Schnapp of his 50th goal in the FPHL. Another chance as they'll swing it around. Here's Hanley. Steps up, shooting one. Blocked by Laviere. It falls down. Zach White looking to find it down the doorstep. And a giveaway. Schnapp has it again. Jacob Schnapp gives the pass. One more time. In front they go. Save made again by Laviere. Here's Ford. Look at this attack. Back behind the goal off the glass on a long shot. 10:35 to go in the second period. All of a sudden, the Thunderbirds now take their turn swarming around in the zone and launching a couple of pucks chances towards the net. Long shot the other way and swallowed up with ease by Dyson Skinner. Well, you hear the crowd coming alive here. 24 seconds from the halfway point of the game. From the face-off, we're back here. Twin City looking to find it from the defensive end out towards center, but it's still in Twin City's defensive zone. Now it's out to the red line, but the Rock Lobsters have it. Looking to take the lead here in the period. They try to go out in front of the goal. Getting back is Josh Schlegers out to center, and it's Noah Hippel. It's turn to play it. Long shot, and moved aside there by William Laviere into the corner. Twin City attacking, then it's back in play by Luke Croucher. Croucher through center ice, no one there, and this will not go for icing. Looked like that goaltender Dyson Skinner was prepared for it to be called icing. He was trying to alert his teammates of that with a glove hand in the air, but they do not give the Thunderbirds that call. So we play on. Chipped onside by Michael Mania. 1-1 game. Controlled out towards center. And here's Croucher. Deion Demke surprised him, though, and looked to steal it away. That's what happened. Now it's Don Carter. He'll hold on to it, circling. Carter streaking up the wing through center, dancing onside. Finally lost it there, and Rosenbaum will move it out to Gallant through center. Here he is, onside. He's being shadowed by Hanley, looking to take it away from him. They go to the point, long shot through traffic, and Skinner has it, and then he put it down to cover it. 9:03 left to go in the Flow second period. Kendall Grayson with you as always. We are in a tie game. 1-1 on the road. Twin City at Athens. Media timeout. We'll step aside and be right back.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Did you know that not changing your engine oil can result in engine failure? Regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine and reduce the risk of engine failure. Schedule your next oil change on the Flow Garage app. The more you know with Flow.
9:03 left to go in our Flow second period. Still 1-1 back in the first period. The first goal of the year for Roman Kramer at 6:42, and at 8:11, a goal scored by Garrett Milan of the Athens Rock Lobsters. So it's 1-1. Few penalties have been called. Twin City whistled for both penalties called in this Flow second period, tripping to Pastuca and cross-checking to James Farmer. It's 5-on-3 for a while, and Twin City was able to kill off both of those penalties. Successful Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. There's an icing on the way, and there's the whistle for it. And so they call icing here against Twin City. Back in the first period, Athens was whistled for the first two infractions of the night. Closing the hand on the puck was the call to Philip Virgili, and then a tripping minor to Jack Johansson. So two penalties each way, each team 0 for 2 on the manpower advantage. From the face-off, Athens holding on to it, looking to take the lead here in front of this home crowd on this Saturday night. A week ago, it was their home opener. And of course, a win over Twin City. A 4-0 shutout win here last night. But the Thunderbirds in this one, playing much better. This has been a really good game. We got a call against Athens, and that was in front of the Thunderbirds bench. You can hear what the hometown fans think about it. That's going to go to Michael Greco. And he's really not happy here, having to be pulled away into the box. The linesman doing his job, and Greco is letting the referee hear about it. So it's a 2-minute penalty for number 98, Greco, and this is going to lead to a power play now for the Thunderbirds. And they'll be attacking in the offensive end here. And we'll see what they can do. Face-off power play underway. And the Thunderbirds have the puck here in the attacking area. Looking to take the lead again. They held it briefly in the first period. It was Roman Kramer, the puck carrier, who scored the goal. He gives it along to Gus Ford. Ford holding on to it, waiting, firing one, and it goes down back behind the net. They'll chop it around the zone. Kramer has it, holding on to it. 8:10 remaining in the Flow second period. Power play well underway now. With 95 seconds left on it, and down the rink it goes as Kramer couldn't hold on to it after he got it from Jacob Schnapp. So then it's left for no one, and played ahead high in the air and stays in play. Twin City's got to find it. They're in the defensive end, now fighting for possession. It's their power play. Breakdown down low. Look at this, a chance that goes wide of the goal. We'll see if the Thunderbirds can use some speed up the rink now. And they do just that. So it's Kramer to catch the pass, and then he moves it to Schnapp. Schnapp on the power play. They're looking to find it as there's pressure now high in the zone. Demke near side finds Michael Mania. Mania with 7.5 to play in the second period. Fires one in front. It was blocked. Clear is on, and it's out. And so now Twin City working with 50 seconds left to go. On this 5-on-4 as the units will swap. James Farmer looking to track it down behind the goal line. He's found it. Held up, and they continue on with it. Found, though, by the Rock Lobsters, and down the ice on the clear. So Twin City will see netminder Dyson Skinner put it right down and settle it here. And so they're able to break it right to left, as you see on your screen if you're watching the video feed. Onside on the power play. Athens aggressive, though. They swat it away again. Farmer's got to get back to this one. There's a stick laying on the ice. And eventually out to center. No one really has it, though. They're still battling for it. Now the good guys to it. And it's Noah Hippolyt trying to find it here in the near side corner. They go way across the rink. 6:33 to play in the second period. And that's it, though, for the power play. Still on side here for Twin City. Thunderbirds with it. Demke waiting. And he sent it all the way around, back behind the net. They'll look for it again. Athens has found it. And the Rock Lobsters will bring it towards the center ice red line. Now they're onside. They stretch it across in the pass. Look out, could be trouble. In on goal. Skinner's got it, covers it. And no further action. 6 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the second period tonight. Athens now with 24 shots, and Twin City counted as 18. Defensive zone face-off on the way for the Thunderbirds, and the referee didn't like out at center. I think he was hearing from the Twin City bench and just stopped the linesman from dropping it. Now it's down, and we're playing hockey again. Rock Lobsters have it long shot, turned away with ease by Skinner. Through traffic, looked out. They're looking to settle it down in front of him, and that would have been a much more high-danger chance in the first drive he saw that he made a pad save on. But it works out. Twin City's able to move it from trouble. And so now out towards the red line. Rock Lobsters to it. He got it onside. Van Durkin shooting. Big rebound given up. And eventually found by the Thunderbirds. Out towards center they go with it. Right back the other way for Athens. 5:34 left to go in the second period. Flow second period. Kendall Grayson with you. Thanks for tuning in. Back on side now, this time for the Rock Lobsters. Found by Roman Kramer, able to strip it away. Here's Kramer skating it out to the neutral zone, and he turns, tries to pull it back behind him, fires off the forehand, and around the zone it goes. Good check across the ice, and Athens is going to miss on this advancement, and it should be icing. There it is. So they call icing against the Rock Lobsters. 1-1 game here. Twin City in search of win number 2 on the year and win number 1 away from home ice. And shots on goal now 26-18, favoring Athens. It's Michael Maney to the face-off dot. Has big Yuri Pastuka to his left. Pastuka 6'1", 179. And goes away from Mania into the corner, and so Athens will win possession of the puck from the face-off. Greco looks to move it out towards center ice. Galan plays it ahead. Noah Hippolyte looking to take it away, back into the defensive end, and played by James Farmer. Farmer flips it across the ice. They fire out to center, and going down there with Pastuka. We play on, though, even strength. Mania goes across, looking for a play over to Sleggers, and they just miss. So it's back behind the goal. Noah Hippolyte to it, high in the zone. They'll move it around here. Farmer goes to the point. Slegger tees one up, and it goes just wide of the goal, covered up by William Lavier. And a stoppage. 4:36 now left to go in our flow second period. It's the final media timeout of this middle period. So we'll step aside and be right back. Still in a 1-1 score, Twin City and Athens.
Looking to buy, sell,
I want to stop being sidelined by pain. I want to tell him I'm in. I want a surgeon who speaks more knees than he can count. I want the best care in the game. I want a team that's with me every step of the way. I want to bounce back fast. I want to show them my best is yet to come.
For the best orthopedic care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Four minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the flow second period tonight. Shots on goal, 26-18 in favor of the hometown Rock Lobsters. 1-1 the score. And that was back in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Each team with a goal. Roman Kramer for the Thunderbirds. Garrett Milan for the Rock Lobsters. 6:42, the time of Kramer's goal, as he scored for the first time this season. 8 minutes and 11 seconds, the time of the goal for Athens. Offensive zone face-off following the media timeout. Goes into the corner immediately. And the Rock Lobsters will move it out of the zone. At least they'll try to. Carter Shinkarik Out to the red line, then they chip it all the way down the rink, found towards the corner. Then it's high in the air after Josh Sleggers came crashing in. Big body at 6'3", 194. Back behind the goal. Twin City with the play. Pastuca just got moved down to the ice there. And it's out to center. Played ahead here by Athens. They cross over the line. Onside. They'll drive it towards the goal, and then they drive a second chance wide of the net. And now Pastuca will settle it, flips it ahead, wants some speed from Farmer. Farmer looking to race down to it here. And he gave a bump to Joey Koltarsi, nearly turned over in front. Schnapp now has it. Schnapp in front of the net, gives the pass. They don't fire it again. Tipped in front, there it is, they score! Jacob Schnapp gives the Thunderbirds the lead. It's 2-1, 3:43 left to go in the Flow second period. It's the 50th career goal in the FPHL for Jacob Schnapp. Congratulations to him and the good guys in front. Massive moment here. The 19th shot of the night goes in for Twin City. 2-1. And they didn't like the center ice face-off, but that was a play. Oh, look out here now. Schnapp having words with Chris Mott. I'm not sure that's wise for Chris Mott to get involved with that. Schnapp already plays with an edge, and he just scored, and he's going to have a little extra juice. Now Athens is trying to get away with a late change, and the officials are having none of it. And there's the face-off. All right, it's lifted onside and played ahead by Twin City. They had numbers there. I think it was Demke that was in front of the goal looking to make a play on it, and then eventually it was put over the line by Jacob Schnapp. And he will find it. And out towards center he goes. All right, so Thunderbirds play it down the rink. It is from Demke and Don Carter on the assist, by the way. I thought that was 36 that was in front of the goal there, looking for it. And I think he even got a piece of it. But Schnapp finished the play. Have some back and forth now going on with some talking and a little bit more than talking around the zone. Players pushing in front of the goal now. Meanwhile, Athens is looking to tie the game. They have it. They try to throw it in front of the net with 2:52 left to go in our second period. And on goal, Skinner makes a save. He has to cover it. It's free. And once again, the officials give the early whistle. And so we got some disagreements going on after the fact. And still some talking, a lot of it coming from Elias Thompson. Offensive zone face-off for the Rock Lobsters. They're down by a goal. 2:46 remaining in the Flow second period. It hits the ice, and we're playing again. Thunderbirds out to the logo at center ice looking for possession. Sleggers chops at it, and it's down in front of the Thunderbirds bench. Then it goes the other way. Chance now for the Rock Lobsters in on goal. Backhand drive that goes wide of the goal from Daniil Glukaryov. Through center. 2:22 now left to go in the Flow second period. 2 goals on the board for the Thunderbirds. 19th shot of the game for Twin City goes in. They're looking for another one here with Roman Kramer. Breaks it onside. Goes in front of the net. He tried to. It rolled on him at the last second, though. He had Zach wide open. James Farmer high in the zone, high in the air. It goes off a deflection, and it drops down into the corner. 2 minutes remaining in period 2. Farmer looking for a tip, and in on goal save made there by William Laviere. Out towards center. In fact, it goes way down the ice. The puck gets on edge and finishes in the corner, and icing is the determination from the officials. All right, so we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go in the second period. Shots on goal are 29-20. Face off in the attacking area late in the period. Michael Mania ready for it. And there it goes. It's down, and we're playing again. Flipped out towards center. What a keep of the zone there by Kate Hanley. Jumped up high in the air, caught the puck, threw it down, and played it on from there. Athens gets to it, though. And here they go with it. Crossing over the red line, it's Croucher. 92 seconds remaining in the middle period. Thunderbird steal high in the zone. Good flip out to the neutral zone. And that was Yuri Pastuka, who was able to flip it ahead. Out to center, nearly found by Schnapp, but he lets it go. Wants his defenseman to play it behind him, so Dobles goes to Hanley, then pushed ahead by Schnapp. Onside, a break in front of the goal, and off a deflection. It's up and out of play, but Zach White was looking to send it across because Michael Mania would have been wide open with an opportunity. Coming up in the second intermission break, we will have a listen to part 2 of an interview that was live on Tuesday at Dave & Buster's, part of the Coach Harry Show. As Coach Harry Show back again this season, 3 locations, Dave & Buster's, Little Italy, and Earl's. We'll be at Little Italy on Monday night, 7 o'clock. From the face-off forward, chopping a couple of times and nearly got it to go in behind William Laviere. 63 seconds remaining in the second period. Roman Kramer holding on to it. And he shoved nearly all the way to center. Breakdown down low as he was able to move it to Zach White somehow as Kramer got shoved to center ice, but the puck stayed onside. It's back to center, then wiped ahead by Gus Ford. Used the slap shot motion to dump it onside. Don Carter controlling it, nearly taken away, and then it was. Kramer almost got it back. And now a break one-on-one. Good defensive work, but the puck's still free. Who's got it? It's back behind the cage. And it's lifted down the ice. Thunderbirds survive. 25 seconds left to go. In the Flow second period, Shinkarik, he passes out to Mack. Mack running too rudely there by Farmer. Onside for Neely late in the period. Neely takes it behind the cage. Wrap chance, shut down, still free. Chopped at, and it's into the Athens Rock Lobsters bench with officially 11.5 left to go in this second period. Twin City leading by a goal here on the road, looking to hand Athens its first loss of the season. Defensive zone face-off for the Thunderbirds. It's down and back behind the goal. They'll look to move it around the zone here. Not much time left, about 5 seconds. Athens takes it off the side of the goal. Trouble back behind the goal. Thunderbirds clear, and that's it for the Flow second period. And so Twin City takes the lead in the Flow second period. It was 1-1 after 1, and we had to go a while there in that second period before a goal was scored by either team, and Twin City has found that goal. Jacob Schnapp at 16-15, even strength goal from Dion Demke and Don Carter. The Thunderbirds exit the ice now, and they have a 1-goal advantage. Looking to win on the road for the first time this season in their third try on the road. And I'm sure this team feeling a lot better than at this point last night. Last night it was 4-0 through 40 minutes. They gave up a goal in the final minute of the first and second period. Not the case tonight, though. Thunderbirds have come to play, and they've got a 1-goal lead to show for it. Shots on goal, 29-20 in favor of Athens. But it's Twin City with the lead. We will step aside for our second intermission break. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for joining us and making Twin City Thunderbirds hockey part of your evening tonight. Next weekend, back-to-back home games against Columbus. River Dragons in town for the first time this season, 7:35 on Friday night. It's college night. 6:05 the time of the start on Saturday for Veterans Night. And that's coming up next weekend. But first, a giant Culver's third period awaits. Second intermission break, 2-1. Twin City takes the lead in the period and a 1-goal lead entering the third against the Rock Lobsters.
Looking for more than a job? At Flow Automotive.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Gus. John Butita.
In the haunted house? Zimmerman.
Me. Mikey Mania. Who'd get scared first? Who'd get scared? Oh, Mike Mania for sure.
Myself.
And me next.
Mike Mania.
No.
Probably Gus. Who gets scared for Schnapp.
You, me? Hell no. I love that stuff.
I'm scared of the camera.
The warden.
Who gets scared first in the haunted house? I don't know. I don't know who gets scared first.
A lot of people voted for Mikey.
Mikey? Probably. I could see Schnapp getting scared pretty quick though.
Yeah.
Big jump scare.
Yeah.
I think Boots. Boots gets scared.
He had a few votes.
Adam Zimmerman.
He had a couple.
Zimmerman.
Oh man.
Boots.
I'll say you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm serious.
What would get scared? I'm not gonna lie, yeah, probably me.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
And so there in that first game, down 2-1, you go to the second period, only one goal scored, and it's Blue Ridge, and then you get the one goal against you there late in the third period as well. So just overall, again, you get some momentum with that power play goal. It's good, but then they sort of stretched out there at the end to win it.
The one thing that was a little disappointing this weekend, and I brought it to the attention on Saturday, is it's a 60-minute hockey game. I don't care if you're up 5-1, you're down 5-1. There's 5 seconds left in the game. It's 60 minutes, and I think a lot of the guys on our team and to come to their defense, but that's a change in mentality. And trust me, we've had a couple of pretty good talks in the last couple of days about the mentality, about changing the way you play the game. And as I said, we haven't responded very well late in the games. And again, we've made huge mistakes, and the other teams capitalize on it. So we really have to work on some things like that. And as I said, it's early on in the season. I know a lot of people are I've talked to some people and, oh my God, like, the season's over. And I'm like, well, we're 4 games into it. We got some time here. And as I said, the one year in Danville, I was 2-9-2. And, I lost in the 5th game in the finals. So there's time. There's time. I'm not saying there's not a sense of urgency here coming up, but there is some time. And I've gone the other way where I've won probably 8 of the first 10 games and struggled to make the playoffs. So it's just, and again, it's a different year, but as I said, we've got to be better. I've got to be better. I've got to be harder. I got to work on some things too. And as I said, it's a team game. It's not just the players. It's me too. And I think the players understood that this morning after our little meeting.
What did you think about the fight Friday night from Adam Zimmerman?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I'm a big believer in it. I'm not the kind of guy that would. The old antics back when I played, sometimes it got a little out of hand. As I said, but I always believe fighting's part of the game. And we police ourselves. We've talked about this the last couple of years here. Our game is the only game that polices itself. You do something crazy or you do something that the other team doesn't like, they police it, and there's going to be a fight and there's consequences. So I believe that there should be, and I thought the young guy stood up and did a great job. And as I said, that's part of his makeup. He's got to play that way. He's 6'3" or 4" or something like that, 200 and something pounds, and he's played like that, in his junior career and things like that. So that's what defines him. So not just a fighter, but that's the way he plays, and that's part of the way he does it. Gus Ford, he got in a fight, but I don't want Gus Ford fighting all the time. I don't want someone to kill him. You know what I mean? So, But no, everybody has a role, and everybody has a bit of a niche. Whitey, who's not a very big guy, but he'll go every once in a while. But that's his makeup, and that's what makes him such a great player, because he's got it on that edge. And everybody's different, but the big guy, Mr. Zimmerman, has to bring that piece of element to the game for him to be effective.
And Friday night's game, the first time this season that we saw a new goaltender. Boris Babic had played the first 2. Dyson Skinner gets in there on Friday night. I know it's just a 1-game sample size, but what did you think about his play?
Well, he wasn't happy with it, and I don't want to say I was unhappy with it. I know he would like a couple of the goals back, especially the first one there. He was kind of off balance, and it's his first game. He came in last year and stood on his head the first 2 or 3 games. Excuse me, when he got here, and I think the expectations were maybe a little over the top for everybody for him, and as I said, I think he hadn't played in about 10 days or 2 weeks, almost actually a game, and as I said, he's going to be fine. He's a competitor. He's a great goalie, and as I said, a great person. So I expect him to get back to form where he wants to, and some of those situations too. Again, I can't blame him. You know what I mean? Like when you get those point blank shots or certain things like that, it's a team game. So we talked about this last year. Mario had 9 shutouts, and everyone's going, "Oh, Mario." Well, the 16 guys in front of him played pretty good too. You know what I mean? So it wasn't. I give Mario a lot of credit. He made some great saves, but it's a team game, and same as the other night there. I know. Dyson would like to have maybe a couple goals back, but it's a team game. And as I said, if you watch the tape and the fans who are at the game, when you give teams opportunities like we gave them, they're going to score goals. Especially nowadays with the level of play and the skill, you can't give those teams those situations. So I had no issue with the way he played. As I said, our goaltending so far has not been. I think if you ask Boris and you ask Dyson, would you like a couple goals back? I mean, they don't ever think they should get scored on. So I know they're going to want some goals. The only time they let goals in or they get goals on is when I'm scoring on Showdown in the day during practice. But other than that, they don't like to get scored on. So as I said, they like to probably have a couple back. But for the most part, they've been pretty good for us.
Coach, now time to talk about the first road game of the season, and that was against Athens back on Saturday night. And you and I, just here in the break, were talking about the road trip, and for me, that was my first experience on the road with this team, but I really enjoyed it, had a great time, and I'm sure for you, you've been back with the boys with training camp and practices, and it's a little bit different when you get on the bus and start to travel.
The first thing I'd like to say is thanks for everybody coming out. All of a sudden, I don't know who in the crowd here brought the cold weather with them, but I actually had to put on long pants today. I don't like this. I'm going back to shorts tomorrow, hopefully, but I wish somebody would put their hand up, and I want to know who I'm mad at right now that they brought the cold weather here with us. But yeah, no, it's good to get on the road. I enjoy the road. The one thing about the road is all you're thinking about is hockey. There's nothing else that you have to worry about. You got one game or two games, and that's all you're thinking about. So I enjoy it. Actually, sometimes I get more rest on the road than I do at home. There always seems to be things going on at home. So. But no, it was a good experience, and as I said, I was really looking forward to, as I've said before in the last couple coaches show, I'm here right now evaluating where we are in the league, and are we a little step behind? Yeah, we're maybe a little step behind, but a lot of it, I believe is we have to improve. But when I watch these teams, we played, a PD. We can play with them if we play the way we can play. Same as Blue Ridge on Friday night. Have they got a good team? No question. But they're not something that I'm sitting here going, white knuckles when we play them. And boy, oh boy, we can't play them. And same as Athens the other night. Athens comes in with all the fanfare and everything like that. And I watched them, and they got a great. Don't get me wrong, they got a great hockey team. They're skilled. They got some guys that played at high levels, and as they said, they come at three lines with us against us. So do we have to play well? Do we have to be on all cylinders? No question. But I think that's the fun part about playing hockey. We talk about this like last year. I think people enjoyed the game last year. There were a couple of games where we lose 1-0 to Athens. We lost we won, I think, 2-1 to somebody, and people always talk about how great games we were. And Danville came in here last year, unfortunately, and I think I forget the score, but it wasn't good and it wasn't pretty, but it wasn't any fun. So I love playing against those good teams, and as I said, I believe in my heart that are we there yet? No, but it's not something that we can't get there if we play a little better, and mostly on us. Again, and we can't give them certain situations.
And so the Saturday game, I think, at least in the early part, ends up being a lot like the Friday game. In the Friday game, Blue Ridge gets 2 in the first 8 minutes of the first period. The Saturday game, Athens gets 2 in the final 8 minutes of the first period. But then once again, Gus is on the board. And I know specifically, we talked about him in the power play a little bit earlier, but, it must be a good thing from you to see him starting as hot as he is right now. Yeah. 6 goals on the year, and is really producing. And he got a big one there to make it 2-1 on Saturday night in Athens.
Well, that's something we expect that out of Gus, and he's done it for, I think he's been here 4 years now, I think, and this is his 5th year. So that's what we expect of him, and it's not surprising that he comes to camp, he's ready, he knows how to play, he's a smart hockey player, and last year, I think the first 7 games, I don't think he had a goal. So then he ended up with, I don't know, he was still 5th in the scoring. So, but right now he's hot and he's going along. And as I said, that line there, they're clicking pretty good. I know Roman hasn't scored a goal, and I know he probably doesn't want me to bring that up tonight. But he's played well. He's got a bunch of assists, and same with Whitey. So the line's really going well, and Gus has been there too. So.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids. Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, this century.
Yeah.
At Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
Almost ready to go for the third and final frame of regulation time tonight. It's the Culver's third period here on the broadcast. We thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And we hope you enjoyed the conversation there with Coach Harry, part of the Coach Harry Show that is every week throughout the season, typically on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. This week at Little Italy, it will be on Monday at Little Italy at 7. So we hope to see you then. And we're getting ready for this final frame of regulation time. The big moment so far tonight, Jacob Schnapp at 16:15 of the Flow second period. That has given Twin City a 1-goal lead. Roman Kramer gave the Thunderbirds the lead at 6:42 of the first period. Garrett Milan answered back at 8:11. It was 1-1 after one. Shots on goal, 12-11, favoring the Thunderbirds in the first. But in the second period, it was 18-8 in favor of the Rock Lobsters, and that gives you an idea of how well Dyson Skinner has had to play tonight. The two teams return, and the Thunderbirds will be moving left to right on your screen in the white sweaters, trying to win on the road for the first time this year. Goaltender stretching their legs, ready to go. The Culver's third period will begin even strength 5-on-5. Nothing carrying over in terms of penalties. And overall, it's been pretty clean tonight. 2 calls that went against Athens in the first period. 2 calls that went against Twin City in the second period. And a roughing minor at 11:28 of the second period to Athens as well, to Michael Greco. And so Thunderbirds are 0 for 3 on the power play. Rock Lobsters 0 for 2. 3 goals scored in the game, 2 for the good guys, 1 for the home team tonight. All even strength. And there's the face-off to get us going. The Culver's third period is underway as the Rock Lobsters go to track it down in the defensive zone. Down the ice here, and the third will start with an icing call. No, they waved this off at the very last second. So we continue on. Athens looking to tie it. It's found, though, by James Farmer. Farmer has room to skate it up the wing from center. He does. He'll lift it ahead, and bouncing in behind the goal. It's controlled by William Laviere. Off the glass. Rock Lobsters play to center. The advance was blocked by Kate Hanley. Onside, Zach White has it, top of the circle, goes across. They fire one last second, and that one was batted around. Never made it to the net. White's open in front, and they miss him on the pass. 19:15 left to go in the Culver's third period. Rock Lobsters onside. They fire one. Shoulder save made there by Dyson Skinner. Zach White flying in from center ice. Has friends to pass to. Finds Schnapp. No, it bounces just away from him. As they were breaking in on goal that time. Athens has it again. Back to center. They miss Chris Mott with a pass. Then he regathers. Steps onside. Shoots one through a screen. It goes off the glass and then covered up by Dyson Skinner. 18:49 left to go in the Culver's third period. Hungry fans, nothing beats a Culver's Butterburger. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection and served on a lightly toasted buttered bun. Stop by Culver's at 2973 Fairlawn Drive in Winston-Salem today. Culver's, welcome to delicious. Defensive zone face-off. Michael Mania sees it go away from him. Rock Lobsters to it. And now we'll see if Twin City can find it from the ice. Swiping it away was Pastuca, then given away by Schnapp in on goal. And looked like Skinner looked like maybe he wasn't sure where it was, but he's able to hold on to it. So we will reset and do it again. Noah Hippolyte on the ice, Kate Hanley, Yuri Pastuca, Michael Mania, and Josh Leggers. That's the 5 out there for the Thunderbirds. False start to Philip Virgili. They'll leave him in there. No, they will force him out. So Chris Mott comes in to take the faceoff for him. And there we go. Faceoff is won by Michael Mania. Back behind the goal. Athens to it. They'll hold it in the corner with Virgili. Now Gallant. They go high in the zone. Down to the ice. Leggers goes ahead looking for Noah Hippolyte. Just missed him. With 18:23 remaining in our Culver's third period. Twin City on the road, leading by a goal at 2-1. There's a hit on Noah Hippolyte. Crashing in was Josh Leggers. Then played ahead. Off the backhand from Kate Hanley, not out of his own long shot. And seeing this one all the way was Dyson Skinner, no problem. And so they'll try it again. Still 5-on-5. Each team making changes. We reset things for you with Luke Dobles and Dion Demke out there on defense. Jacob Schnapp, the goal scorer in the second period. Don Carter and James Farmer. Athens wins the face-off. Look out. Slap shot and a good save made by Dyson Skinner. That was with the right pad as he's able to turn that one away. 17:57 left in the Culver's third period. Rock Lobsters regather it in from center ice. Shut down, though, by James Farmer. Fires off Dion Demke. Didn't mean to do that, but it hit him. And right back for Athens and Carter Shinkarik as he backed into the defensive end. Taken by Luke Dobles. Felt pressure. Gave the pass to Jacob Schnapp. Lifted in from center ice. Don Carter in search of it. 17:33 to play in the Culver's third period. Still a 1-goal lead here on the road for Twin City. They'll bat it down in front of the goal. It finishes back behind the net and into an open corner. Crashing in is Jacob Schnapp. Used the long reach there to make the play and move it along to Gus Ford. Found though by Athens. They'll look to steer it out to center. They go high in the air with it. Luke Dobles batted it down. Chipped ahead. Then Dobles flipped back to the red line. Intercepted. Look out. Gleb Van Durken gives the pass. And swatted away there by James Farmer and no icing. They'll say that Jordan Rosenbaum was in a position to play it off the bench. Athens regroups. They'll play it from the neutral zone, then back into the defensive end. Looking to advance in the red sweaters. They move right to left. They'll jump onside in the corner. Milan dropped it back behind. They go in front of the net there with Skinner surprised through traffic. Had to make a save on it. And they had an option far side post, and that's what they've been doing, and that time just elected to shoot it. Skinner was ready for it. Down the half wall. Can the Thunderbirds get to it? Yes. 2-on-2 maybe. Here we go. Roman Kramer breaking in front of the goal, looking to fire. He got held up. He wanted a penalty, and they won't give it to him. 5-on-5 still. Then Athens picks it off. Could be trouble the wrong way. Here come the Rock Lobsters. Eric Neely steps onside with it, looking to tie the game. Drops it back behind him, and they throw it in front of the goal. Good save made by Skinner, and he will cover it. 16 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the Culver's third period. good action here. And the Thunderbirds still in front by a goal at 2-1. Hey, Thunderbirds fans, got a sweet tooth? Culver's fresh frozen custard is rich, creamy, and made in small batches all day, every day. Swing by Culver's at 2973 Fairlawn Drive in Winston-Salem and check out today's flavor. Culver's, welcome to delicious. Face-off upcoming. Luke Croucher, the centerman for Athens. He goes back to talk strategy with Daniil Glukaryov. Michael Mania right to the face-off dot. Down it goes. Athens wins the face-off. Backhand drive and swallowed up again by Skinner. He caught this one with the glove, squeezes it, and we do it again. We're playing 5-on-5 here in the third period. Offensive end face-off once again for Athens. They now have 36 shots on goal tonight. Down it goes. Thunderbirds want it high in the zone, bouncing around, no one really with it, and then Athens will win possession of the puck. They drive it down low in the corner. From the near side here, big battle for it. Van Durkin is smashed into the boards. My goodness, what a hit. It draws a penalty. And that was from Noah Hippolyt, and he's down on the ice. And everyone swarming together now behind the goal of Dyson Skinner. And Van Durkin is slow to rise here. In fact, he's not risen yet. The medical staff is out there. I think he'll be able to get up, and he will here, so he stands up. But it's going to be a penalty called against Noah Hippolyt on that massive check behind the goal. Luke Dobles is going over to serve this penalty, and that's not good news, Thunderbirds fans. I think they may have called more than just a 2-minute penalty. They're showing 2 to Noah Hippolyt. Now they're showing 2 to Dobles. So they've got Noah Hippolyt with a penalty, 2 minutes. They've got Luke Dobles with a penalty, 2 minutes. And that would be a full 2-minute 5-on-3, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Well, this is a huge moment in this game, no doubt about it. It's the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. Face off outside of the defending zone for the Thunderbirds, and they will need to defend it. Jacob Schnapp to take the face-off. James Farmer on the ice with Yuri Pastuka. And it goes way back into Twin Cities defensive end. They look to begin this penalty kill effort with a clear. They'll wait, and they fire it down the ice with James Farmer. This could be the hockey game right here, right now, in the Culver's third period. 15 and a half left. Onside for Athens. They work with a 5-on-3 advantage, down by a goal. They'll take it to the point. Near side, Gallant looks to go across crease. Top of the circle instead. Shinkarik down low, blocked. They look to shoot it near side. And taken away by Schnapp as he forced it back behind the goal. They'll look to find it. Aggressive penalty kill out there for Twin Cities. Slap shot and a save made by Skinner. And he's bothered. It looked like it hit his mask, and I think he was shaking it. But we continue playing. Across they go again, and breaking up the pass is Pastuka. 67 seconds left on this 5-on-3 advantage for Athens. Slap shot! Oh, what a save made there! My goodness! It's bouncing around, still free. Athens to the near side with it. Another chance. Slap shot again, and it goes wide of the goal. Still onside, though, on this long 5-on-3. 50 seconds left on it. They'll try it again. Near side, they fake the drive. Gallant couldn't handle it. Farmer comes racing in, and they pin down behind the goal line. What action we have. 37 seconds left to go on this 2-man disadvantage on the ice for Twin City. They lead by 1 in the third period behind enemy lines tonight. It's a 1-on-3 scrum behind the goal line. Rock Lobsters have found the puck. 27 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. High in the zone. Now they go down low. Mack across, they go, they score. And that'll tie things up. 1 penalty off the board. But it's 2-2. Well, Twin City, after Athens got it onside from Farmers clear initially, it stayed in the zone the rest of the time. And you just felt like it might go that way if they couldn't get it out of the zone. What an effort from those 3 players on the ice, just not enough. And that's a tough position to be in here in the third with a 1-goal lead, and the 5-on-3 for that long. We're back playing 5-on-4 now. Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill is still out there. 5-on-4 variety now. But it's a 2-man advantage goal that has tied this game. 2-2. It's Shinkarik. Athens now onside, all of a sudden looking to take the lead. Van Durken loads up, across they go. Good stick from Zach White. He wouldn't allow the advancement. It's out of the box. Here's Noah Hippolyte, would play 5-on-5 again, and kicked out by Skinner, and then slapped away. So it's found here. Out towards the neutral zone, not out though. Athens still with it as they work it around. Fans getting involved, making noise. Twin City nearly doubled up on shots on goal. It's 40-21. Collision along the near side, Hanley involved there. And out to center. And Durkin off the backhand, goes across the rink with it. Athens has not lost a game this season. They're perfect at 5-0. Onside again, slap shot, and this hit the post and stays out of the net. In the corner, hit from Schnapp, and they're going to call a penalty here. A penalty called on that hit from Jacob Schnapp. Athens loads up, fires through traffic, it's blocked. Steve Harrison's not going to be happy about that one, I'll tell you that. I can see it from here. Skinner went down, still a delayed call, doesn't have his goal stick. Trouble brewing, and finally Hanley will get to it. A lot going on. Athens has tied the game. 12:24 left to go in our Culver's third period. Media timeout. We'll be right back.
Best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwynn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwynn Services. One call does it all.
Every car gets warning lights, but did you know the color actually means something too? Red indicates an issue that requires immediate attention. Orange indicates a less urgent issue, like a vehicle service requirement. Blue and green give you information on lights and indicators. The more you know with Flow.
$12:24 left to go in the Culver's third period. 2-2 the score. Gus Ford, James Farmer, Luke Dobles, Zach White on the ice. As the penalty goes up on the board, it's another power play for Athens. And it's underway. 5-on-4 power play for the Rock Lobsters after they scored on the 5-on-3 to tie the game. as Gus Ford will locate it, and he rips it all the way down the ice. So it's yet another Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill moving in this third period. Athens holding on to as they cross over the line. Jacob Schnapp is in the box. He was the goal scorer back in the second period to give the visitors a 2-1 advantage. He's called for a minor penalty for boarding at 7:36. They have Dobles listed on the holding minor. In front they go here, and it's 5-on-4. But the 5-on-3 penalties were boarding and holding. Athens with it. No shot. Can Pastuca get to it here? Yes. And he's able to slide along to James Farmer. Farmer moving with it now. Shorthanded onside. Good chance. And he drilled it along into the corner. So collected by Athens. Look at Farmer go to work here trying to get it back again. 53 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jacob Schnapp. Tie game at 2-2 with 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the Culver's third period. Kendall Grayson with you as always. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's the Rock Lobsters onside. Look out here. Chance and on goal. They tried the sharp angle. Fired way high in the zone. That was off the stick of Eric Neely. Pennsylvania native. Back behind the net here for Hanley. Hanley into the corner on the penalty kill out there with Ford, Sleggers, and Carter. They load up with Neely. No shot. They bump it around. 19 seconds left on the power play. Long shot here and a save made with the blocker by Dyson Skinner. Down behind the line it goes. Luke Croucher. Neely doesn't shoot it to the point. One more time. Slap shot. It's blocked. Rebounds in. They chop it in. And it's 3-2 with 10:28 left to go in the third. Gleb Van Durken cleans up that chance in front of the goal. 43rd shot of the night is in for the Rock Lobsters. And the penalty call to Jacob Schnapp proves to be costly. Five of the last 6 penalties in this game have been called against the Thunderbirds. And the number 1 power play in the league is taking advantage of that here in the Culver's third period. So for the first time, it's Athens out in front. They lead by a goal, trying to stay perfect on the season and improve to 6-0. And now, for the first time this evening, the comeback effort is on for Twin City. Dobles plays it from the defensive zone. And out towards center it goes. Now back to the defensive end. Dobles fanned on that first attempt to move it. There's a check applied along the blue line. Here's Roman Kramer. Kramer goes across to find Farmer on the pass. 9:47 to play in the third period. Good move there from Ford onside. Athens will play it in the corner. Not out of the zone though. Now they'll skate it out. 3-on-3 through center. They pass it across. In front, the tip. Save made by Skinner. And he didn't like that extra tap there after he covered it. And everyone moves away from each other, but 9:27 left to go in this Culver's third period. And it does take us the media timeout. I was holding on for that. So media timeout, we will step aside. 9:27 left in this period. And it is the Rock Lobsters who have taken the lead. We'll be right back.
Plumbers,
looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Did you know that not changing your engine oil can result in engine failure? Regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine and reduce the risk of engine failure. Schedule your next oil change on the Flow Garage app. The more you know with Flow.
.9:27 left in the Culver's third period. It's 3-2 for Athens. Power play goals in this third period. Joe Mack with the first one from Carter Shinkarik and Philip Virgili at 5:54, 9:32, the time of the power play goal for Gleb Van Durken. And Athens has a 1-goal lead here on home ice this evening. Josh Slegers back behind the goal. He goes indirect off the end wall, and then it's played ahead by Kate Hanley. Slegers again. Tries to find Michael Mania. Mania had it briefly. Here's Noah Hippolyte-Smith looking to take it away. Back to center he goes. It's back and forth, 9 minutes remaining. In the third and final frame of regulation tonight, Pastuca could not get that pass across the ice. Here comes Athens with it. Picked off though. Noah Hippolyte's got it. 3-on-3. Here we go. Thunderbirds trying to tie the hockey game. Off the backhand, they'll find Michael Mania. Centers and trying to get it to Slegers. Making changes out towards center. 8:37 left in the Culver's third period. Here's Dobles. Dobles out to center. Throws it ahead. Controlled by Jack Johansson. And eventually flipped down the rink. Back to the neutral zone. James Farmer stops. Looks to play it ahead. Dion Demke moved away from him. And they'll jostle for it in front of the home bench. Back and forth it goes. Athens pulls it free. Rock Lobsters find it. They'll move it along. Down the rink. Back behind the goal of Dyson Skinner. James Farmer high in the zone. Flipped out to center ice and grabbed and played forward by Athens. Back the other way now. It's in the corner. You hear the collision there. Doble stays on his skates. Shinkarik looks to play. And it's regathered in the corner. Rock Lobsters looking to go up by 2 now. To the point. They swing it around. Shot on the way. Save made. Still free. Another one. And it's blocked. Out in front. The third one is blocked as Jacob Schnapp sends it in the corner. Another try goes wide of the goal. Dangerous time right now for Twin City, looking to survive in on goal, and Skinner has this one. He'll cover it and stops the play. Shots on goal now showing as 45-23 in favor of Athens. They've got a 3-2 lead. And a 5-0 record that they're trying to keep perfect through the first 6 games of the season. Twin City looking to win behind enemy lines on the road for the first time this year in search of overall win number 2. 5 of the next 6 on home ice. Athens to it from the faceoff. They drive it in on goal. Skinner makes a save. The rebound's there and it goes wide of the goal. Collected by Kramer. Roman Kramer in the far side corner. Out towards center ice. Zach White nearly had a play on it. Back the other way. Athens on the attack. In front of the goal, the tip, the save, and cleared once again. This is dangerous time for Twin City. You just feel like they cannot allow another one at this point in the hockey game. And Athens has been all over them on this side of the building. They look to try it again here. Out to center, though. Nice little play to find Ford. Here's Gus Ford onside. No one with him, and he shot it well wide of the goal. It actually got up on top of the boards, and that helped it ride quickly out to the neutral zone. Back onside for Zach White. Down into the corner. Looking to play it back behind the goal, but Athens has plenty of room to work here. They got space to make the play out towards the neutral zone. In from center. Back behind Skinner. And play by Dobles off the backhand. Forehand from Farmer, nearly given away. Luke Dobles off the backhand. He chips it into the Twin City bench. So 6:09 now left to play in this Culver's third period. Out-of-town scoreboard report, 7-5, Danbury over Watertown. 4-1 win for Port Huron over Binghamton. 5-3, PD leading Blue Ridge. Tie game 2-2 between Indiana and Topeka in the second period. Monroe leading Biloxi 2-1 on the road, and 2-2. second period action for Columbus and Baton Rouge. Defensive end face-off for the Thunderbirds. They try to find it here high in the zone. Now it's the top of the circle, and it's grabbed and fired right back into the bench, that time by Noah Hippolyte. So getting down to crunch time now. 6 minutes and 1 second left in the Culver's third period. It's a much better effort tonight on the road behind enemy lines, no doubt about it. But will it be enough? At least a couple more goals required. Face-off won by Athens. And high in the zone, here we go. Noah Hippolyte will get it from Yuri Pastuka. And from center, down behind the goal line. As they forge ahead, they throw it in front of the net and nearly went in. As William Laviere, we've not had to call his name lately. And that one nearly surprised him and got right around the pad as it deflected in front of the goal. Athens in from center. A breakdown 3-on-1. They look to center it. They do. They fire it in. It goes wide and missed. They got off the heel of the stick there. As Joe Mack couldn't get enough behind it to push it towards the goal of Dyson Skinner. 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the Culver's third period. Twin City on the road, down by a goal. Back on home ice next weekend. Back-to-back games against the Columbus River Dragons. In from center. Here comes Athens again. The shot, and they score. Yes, Daniil Glukaryov. Officially the 51st shot of the night for the Rock Lobsters. And it's up and around Dyson Skinner. And so after back-to-back power play goals were scored in this third period by Athens, that's an even strength scoring play. And now the task becomes that much more difficult for Twin City. Onside, though, driven in on goal. William Laviere made a save on it. Bounced off of him and then settled back down as Athens will go to work from the defensive end. In front of Dyson Skinner. He has to play it here. No icing. Cade Hanley with it. Hanley stick handles down behind the goal line. And he'll wait, go up the wing to find White. Zach White steps onside. Now under 5 minutes left. And it bounces off the back of the goal. Thunderbirds search for it. They try to bank it in off of William Laviere. We saw them do that with Gus Ford here a week ago. Not that time. Delayed offside for Athens. They play it anyway. And we play on there. So it's back to the neutral zone with 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Twin City's down by a pair. Off the back of the net. Chopped at by Sleggers trying to take it away. Circling is Chris Mott. Mott's got room behind the goal. Athens looking to add to the lead. They fire one, and it goes back behind Skinner. He got a piece of it, just glanced off of him. Another one, and a save made. Third try goes way high in the air. They'll have to fight for it here to the near side corner. And it's down. They battle. You hear the fans banging on the glass right below us. Centering attempt, nothing there for Athens. Down the ice from Twin City. It gets up on edge, bad break, and so that will create the icing situation. So we have 3.5 now left to go in the Culver's third period. It's the final media timeout of the night. Twin City down by 2. We'll be right back.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
Three minutes and 30 seconds left to go in our Culver's third period tonight. Kendall Grayson with you as always. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. And the Thunderbirds down here on the road by a score of 4-2. They had a 2-1 lead entering this final frame of regulation time tonight. Surrendered back-to-back power play goals. The first one was scored 5-on-3. And Michael Mania goes to the circle here. Face-off, though, is one away from him, and we are back. And to the near side corner. Battle going on. Hanley looks to take it away. They've got it, though. Thrown in front, they score again. It's Eric Neely, and that one will certainly take away any comeback chances, I think, tonight. Well, this one felt different in the third period at 2-1. But the Rock Lobsters have come on strong here in the last 15 minutes or so. And it's been a much different game. Shots on goal, 52 of them. Officially, as it reads here in the building, 52-24 shots on net. And back into the defensive end here from the face-off, played forward by the Thunderbirds. So Rock Lobsters will find it. Out through center. 3 minutes left to go in the Culver's third period. Another one. Dyson Skinner makes a save. Blocker save on a shot from the near side circle. Stretch pass looking for Zach White was Roman Kramer. Rolled away from the possession of White. And out towards the neutral zone. Athens back to it. They'll step onside with 2:37 left to go. And the Rock Lobsters looking to improve to 6-0 through the first 3 weekends of the season. Twin City attempting to avoid dropping to 1-5 through the first 6 games. And 0-3 away from home. They'll be on home ice for 5 of the next 6 back-to-back games at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena next weekend. Columbus in town. College night, the promotion on Friday night. Discounted tickets available starting at $15. Veterans night on Saturday night. Also $15 discounted tickets available there. 7:35 to start on Friday, 6:05 to start on Saturday. And we'll see what the Thunderbirds can do in front of the home crowd. It's going to be a disappointing weekend for Twin City here on the road, but they'll have a lot to look back on in this game. I think the 5-on-5 play was much improved tonight compared to last night, certainly. Still just 2 goals on the board, but we thought for a long time 2 might be enough tonight the way that Dyson Skinner was playing, and officially they put 52 shots on him, and if that's accurate and correct, you can't give up more than 50, certainly more than 40 even, and expect to win too many games. 1:42 left to go now in this Culver's third period. It's onside for Twin City, back behind the goal. William Laviere looks on as he's not had much work here in the later stages of the game. Played by Gleb Ben Durkin, back he goes, passes it behind him. Shut down on the logo by Hanley, then he gave it away. Another chance for Athens, looking for another goal in this game. And they will circle all the way back to center and look to melt down some time off the clock. 67 seconds now left. Drag move here. They find it in front, nearly out. It's rolling free, and Skinner will find this one and fall on it. So we got 62 seconds until the end of tonight's game. 5-2 is the score. Pair of number 10s about to face off with Gary Milan for Athens and Gus Ford for Twin City. This Athens team is good, no doubt about it. I think the Thunderbirds will feel that they let one get away from them here in the third period this evening. We're in the final minute of the Culver's third period. We thank you for tuning in. We will have the post-game show that follows and look ahead to home games next weekend. Zach White onside off the backhand, and he just missed. Another chance from inside the line. That time it was Josh Sleggers. 33 seconds remaining tonight at Aikens Ford Arena. Rock Lobsters leading the division, and they will stay in the lead. This one is up and out of play and a stoppage. No, we continue on. Oh, I heard a whistle there on the play. I didn't think that hit the netting, actually, but out to center it goes. Final few seconds of tonight's game. Athens holding on to it. Fans will give them an applause. It'll be a 5-2 final tonight. Twin City drops back-to-back road games this weekend. 4-0 last night, 5-2 tonight. So Athens celebrates another win on home ice. They've had 3 this season. All 3 have been against Twin City. Columbus, the opponent. Back-to-back games next weekend for the Thunderbirds. We hope to see you there. 7:35 the next game on Friday night. But as I mentioned, a disappointing result. Specifically in this game, I think last night they didn't play well enough, but they were in this one. They were in this one until the 5th goal went in. Even at 4-2, you still felt like maybe they were going to find a way to start clawing back in the game tonight. But it doesn't happen. And the Thunderbirds drop this one. Final score is 5-2. And so the two teams exit the ice. And some discussions going on in the corner. These are friendly, as I think there was recognition on both sides of a lot of effort tonight. 5 goals behind Dyson Skinner, but I hope it's not forgotten how well he played tonight. The penalty kill was strong there for a while, and then obviously there's the 5-on-3, the 2-minute 5-on-3, and there can be discussion of its place there in that 1-goal game. Those 2 penalties, tough to see go up on the board in that spot. And then, of course, there was the goal that followed. The final shots on goal tonight, officially, as it's showing to us in the building, is 54-25. And so that indicates a heavy shot on goal discrepancy in the third period. But we will step aside. We'll take the same time as a media timeout for the folks that are listening on the radio tonight. About a 90-second timeout, same as a media timeout. And we'll come back for the post-game show to recap tonight's game. 5-2 is the final this evening.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. they'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
All right, it's time for the post-game show after this 5-2 road loss here at Aikens Ford Arena. Kendall Grayson with you, and thanks everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate the support, and second night in a row here on the weekend. We wish that we could have given you a better result, but I think overall, although at the end of the night the scoreboard looks sort of similar with a 4-goal loss and then a 3-goal loss tonight, these games were very different. And if you're looking for positives, as this team has now dropped the last 4, you can start with the first goal of the night from Roman Kramer, jumping on the board early, leading the hockey game. And they give the lead right back up. But it was Roman Kramer at 6:42, even strength goal from Don Carter and Gus Ford that made it 1-0. I mentioned last night on the air that Roman Kramer had done everything but score a goal this season with 5 assists entering the weekend. And he is able to score 1 tonight. So it's 1-0 at that point. Garrett Milan ties the game at 8:11 of the first period. Eric Neely, Joe Mack assisting 1-1. And Twin City is able to outshoot Athens 12-11 in the first period. Then we go to the second period. Really tightly contested hockey. Felt like a playoff game. And, you know, sometimes there's no goals and it feels like, well, maybe there's not so many chances. But there were chances everywhere. It was a really competitive second period. And the Thunderbirds able to break through towards the end of the period. In the final 4 minutes, Jacob Schnapp gets his first goal of the season, 50th of his FPHL career. Dion Demke and Don Carter with the assists. Twin City goes up 2-1. But the final 4 goals of the night, all scored by Athens in the Culver's third period. 5-on-3 power play goal at 5:54 from Joe Mack. 5-on-4 power play goal at 9:32 from Gleb Van Durken. Even strength goal at 14:51 from Daniil Glukaryov. The final goal, Eric Neely at 16:43, even strength. Shots on goal in the second period, 18-8 for Athens, 25-5 officially in the third period, 54-25 overall. Dyson Skinner drops the game in goal for Twin City, but as I mentioned right before the break, he was so good tonight. And obviously the couple there at the end, 5-on-3 that he had to deal with. And Thunderbirds were 20 seconds or so from getting that killed off. And it was 2 minutes and certainly a long time to be down 5-on-3, and they nearly made it. And you just wonder if they got that one, 20 seconds away. You get a clear somewhere, somehow. It's a 2-1 game. You're playing 5-on-5 again, and you have shifted the momentum. But that was not the case. They give up that goal, 5-on-3. Another power play goal goes in later, and the game just starts to slide from there, unfortunately. So it's a 5-2 final tonight. Again, the final shots on net, 54-25. We'll take one last look at the out-of-town scoreboard report from games around the FPHL this evening before we go off the air. It's a 4-1 win for Port Huron over Binghamton, 7-5 Danbury over Watertown, 6-3 with PD over Blue Ridge. These games still showing is in the third period. I think probably some finals up there. 2-2 officially in the second period showing is Indiana and Topeka. Also 2-2 in the second from Monroe and Biloxi. And Baton Rouge takes the lead on Columbus 3-2. So the Columbus River Dragons, the opponent next weekend for the Thunderbirds at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. 7:35 on Friday night, 6:05 on Saturday night. You can get your tickets online at WSFairgrounds.com, Ticketmaster.com. You can go through our website at TwinCityThunderbirds.com. It will redirect you to those places, but you can start there if you'd like. You can also visit the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena box office or call 336-727-2236. Discounted tickets are available on College Night, $15 on Friday, Veterans Night, $15 on Saturday. And this team will look to make some ground up in the standings beginning with this next weekend series on home ice. Columbus, the opponent for back-to-back games, but as I've been talking about, 5 of the next 6 on home ice. There is a road game on the 14th against Blue Ridge, but back home on the 15th, and then 2 more home games against PD on the 21st and 22nd before making a long trip to Danbury on Black Friday after Thanksgiving. So 5 of the next 6 on home ice. We hope to see you there. Hope that you'll join us. Also hope to see you at the Coach Harry Show, which again this week will be on Monday. There's 2 Monday shows this year, one this week and then one in January. Both of those Monday shows at Little Italy. So 7 o'clock on Monday for the Coach Harry Show. You can read about tonight's game. The recap will be available later on at TwinCityThunderbirds.com. Really like to thank everyone for taking time out of your weekend last night with with Halloween going on, and then tonight as well. We appreciate it and wish we had some better results to report to you back home. But always a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kendall Grayson signing off from the Aikens Ford Arena, where your final tonight is Twin City 2 and Athens 5. Until next weekend, good night from Athens, Georgia.